Alright, welcome back you guys to day 6 of our 2016 Blade and Soul Tag Team Tournament. I am DZ Mins and with me is Ending Life. We've got a lot of exciting games today. Not too exciting to be completely honest because the first and third matches should be fairly one-sided.
Yeah, but the one-sided matches could be exciting to
Right,
see the underdogs trying to take the match.
Like we've seen so many times before.
Yep.
But actually, the first matchup is definitely going to be a little bit more exciting because IDEPS is cornered against the wall right now.
Yeah.
It's either fight or flight. They gotta either take out their claws or run away with that last place position.
Yeah.
In the
There's
table.
0 wins, so they're the only team with no wins.
Yeah, and the worst part about it is they're playing against
GC Busan
Yeah, with
with
the best
no
team.
losses, so
Exactly.
it's like the opposite.
But that also means there might be change points. We haven't seen change points used since maybe 2 weeks ago.
And only team winner used that.
All right, let's look at the rankings. Like we said, winner versus IDEPS on both sides of the table, followed by GC Busan, G-Touring, MSG, and SWAT. Now, there are a few teams that have not played 5 games yet. For example, GC Busan,
G-Touring,
exactly.
MSG, and IDEPS.
And winners and SWAT are up there with 5 games, but GC Busan is able to follow up with today's win if they get one.
Yeah.
Today.
If they beat IDEPS, they're gonna be on top of winners.
Now there has only been one team that has used change points, 3 for that matter, and that's winners because they are most capable. Let's look at today's matchup. It's GC Busan and IDEPS, as we mentioned earlier on. The second matchup will be MSG versus G-Touring, and then SWAT versus winner. Now, I feel MSG and G-Touring is going to be most fun because, especially because of Jinyu Park's performance last week. Double Ice Mine still lingers on today.
3v1.
Ridiculous. And then
Dunkless.
we have SWAT versus winners. That should be fun as well because of Kim Soo-han carrying SWAT.
Yeah.
And just watching winners play as winners.
I just hope Suwon Kim doesn't die as quickly as he did last week.
Yeah.
He showed us some great moves, but he got hit as much as he did. So
You definitely sound like you said SWAT Kim instead of SWAT Kim. But that just
Suwon.
might
Yeah.
that just might become his new nickname, SWAT Kim.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely carrying the team right now. Now, one thing that I wanted to touch up on was change points. Who do you think might use change points?
Well, to be honest, for the first match, I don't know about the second and the third, but for the first match, definitely there is a high probability of a change point going to be being used by Team IDEPS. Hyungju Kim, as we mentioned before many times, that his main class is KFM.
Speaking of which, he's doing a really good job on the one-on-one tournament.
Yeah, with an assassin.
Yeah, with an assassin, no less.
Yeah, but
Beating a Kung Fu master, Suwon Kim,
Yeah,
who's
Suwon.
on SWAT. Kim SWAT.
yeah, but anyways, as I was saying, Hyungju Kim's main class being KFM is very good going against, matching up against Destroyer and Blade Dancer, which they both have.
Right,
on
GC Busan. IDEPS definitely has to pull out all the stops to try and beat GC Busan right now. Also because GC Busan has a Soul Fighter, and in a tag team composition, Soul Fighters are definitely essential now. We're going to go into our team introduction videos soon. We have GC Busan on the left and IDEPS on the right.
제가 먼저 나갑니다. 이때까지 4패와 4승이 만나는 경기인 만큼 황금성 선수가 나가면은 절대 질 수가 없지만 그 정도로 저희가 페널티 주고 갈게요. 제가 선봉 나갑니다.
아이들스 선수들이 저를 경기한다고 했는데 경기한다고 달라질 건 없어요. 그렇게 경계해가지고 조심한다고 해서 뭐 우리가 힘들 거였으면 지금도 계속 졌겠죠. 그런 거 많이 해도 어차피 저희가 이길 거니까 그렇게 무서움을 보여드릴게요.
지금까지 해왔던 팀들 중에 가장 약한 팀이기 때문에 약간 쉬어가는 타임으로 하지만 방심하지 않고 열심히 하겠습니다.
지금 성적이 좋진 않아요. 근데 거쪽 팀의 지금 성적이 좋다고 해서 저희가 질 것 같진 않아요.
황금성 선수가 제일 힘든 것 같아요. 기관사가 스탠딩에서 좋고 제일 잘하는 것 같아요. 안정적으로.
엄청나게 강한 팀이기 때문에 제 권사를 보고 싶어 하시는 분들도 계셔서 제가 권사를 꺼낼 예정이고요. 그동안 왜 권사를 안 꺼냈냐, 생존 난입이 없어서 제가 검사로 살려줄 수밖에 없었는데 이렇게 강팀을 오늘 만나봐서 느낀 거는 최선의 방어는 공격이지 않나 해서 권사로 지더라도 화끈하게 지겠습니다.
끝났다고 생각하지 않으니까 GC 부산이든 뭐 누구 팀이든 최선을 다하는 아이데스 팀이 되겠습니다.
All right, you were on point. If you guys actually read those introduction videos, it looks as if Hyunju Kim might switch up to Kung Fu Master.
Yeah.
Now let's look at the left side. GC Busan with Destroyer, Soul Fighter, and Blade Dancer. Sungjin Choi, Kum Sung Hwang, and Sungwoo Shim, respectively. And they did mention that they're going to come out with Destroyer first, which is interesting.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're coming out with Destroyer. We don't care if they know.
Exactly. Which is interesting because normally Soul Fighter comes out first to try and up the survivability, but they seem confident enough in Sungjin Choi's capabilities. And now on the right side, on the red team, we have iDebs with Destroyer, Blade Master, and Assassin. Hyun Sung Song on the left, Hyungju Kim in the middle, and Sangwoo Kim on the right. Now Hyungju Kim in the middle, the Blade Master, is going to use a change point to Kung Fu Master.
Yeah, and if he does change, well, he mentioned that he will change, so let's just assume that he is KFM, not the Blade Master.
Right.
I said that the KFM is very. Oh, here we go. I said that the KFM is very good. It's a good matchup against Destroyer and Blade Dancer because he has a lot of knockdowns, and Destroyer and Blade Dancer are only vulnerable to knockdowns when they're spinning,
Exactly.
which they do a lot. But I was thinking, is the KFM going to be able to take out both the Destroyer and the Blade Dancer?
He's going to have to. Another thing that he mentioned earlier on was he did not want to use his change points to Kung Fu Master because of the
Survivability for the
lack of
interfere.
survivability, rather, because
Uh-huh,
when
yeah.
he's a Blade Master, he's able to interfere and help his teammates out, as opposed to Kung Fu Master it's fairly
More on the offensive side.
straightforward.
And they could easily dodge the KFM CCs if they just have it backstab.
iDebs has their work cut out for them. Fans do not
2%.
expect them to win. GC Busan definitely the favorites. We are ready for our first matchup of today. 3v3 iDebs versus GC Busan. Team without the Soul Fighter and team with the Soul Fighter. Let's see if the SF makes a difference.
Yeah.
Think iDebs will one day get a Soul Fighter?
Maybe in the future. Because Sangwoo Kim's the only assassin. He might practice.
Yeah, some love for iDebs, even though they are the 2%.
That's probably the lowest percentage we've seen in the tag team.
Right, we have not seen a 1% so far. Destroyer versus Destroyer.
Okay.
GC Busan stays to their word, stays true to their word, and comes out with Sungjin Choi, who
wow.
is in a grab right now.
Alright.
Good lightning cleave combo by iDebs right now, but getting countered immediately. Now Sungjin Choi lost in the one-on-one tournament last week.
Yeah, to the eyebrows.
To eyebrows to Mega Sexy Guy. It was perhaps due to the fact that there was a patch that buffed Blade Masters a little bit, but let's go straight back
It
into
doesn't
this.
seem like it's affecting him though in this tag team tournament. He is playing it very well.
Thankfully, there is no Blade Master in this matchup for GC Busan today. Fairly straightforward.
Yeah, that is straightforward. Throws him down. Just
Good axe sweep just
Yeah.
then to try and catch him.
Yeah, he just used the steering strike just in case he used the escape to knock him back, but he didn't. He just got out.
Just based off of damage,
Yeah, Sungjin Choi seems like he's just overall a better destroyer. Even though he started off getting grappled, taking the damage, taking the first blood. Oh, he's
Up,
right.
and the first
there we go.
interfere of today comes from IDEF.
Oh, look
with
at that
the
KFM
reactionary-
coming in!
Is that what the Kung Fu
That-
Master is about? Is that what we're going to see for the rest of the match?
He
Kung Fu
just-
Master coming in just now. He does not need to support. He needs to attack, and he definitely capitalizes on it and gets rid of Sungjin Choi, the first player that is
Yeah,
knocked out.
He's
of the
staying
first
true
set.
to his word. He's like the best defense is the best offense, and he just knocks the.
And normally it's
destroy.
the
Yeah.
best offense, the best defense. But
Yeah,
change that around. He's like, no, we're gonna go straight up attack. That was
That was
really quick. Only a few minutes in, a minute and then some.
yeah. And at the moment, Kim Sung Hwang tried to interfere and heal and try to save him, but it didn't work. KFM
Very-
3RF combo was too strong.
But GC Busan is still a very strong team. Kim Sung Hang is able to do enough for 1.5, maybe even 2 people.
Yeah, but I just wanted to mention before, actually, I didn't get to mention it, but just the team composition, IDEFs has a better composition right now.
Currently.
Because they have,
Oh, look at this right now. The Destroyer comes in. Oh, and he makes him use his second wind. He's
But
trying to go for his
it's a KFM,
resist.
not the Destroyer. KFM comes in, he missed the airborne actually, but we'll see what happens. Go.
Bon. Kung Fu Master gets pushed back by the.
Ground ripple.
I was about to say Earth Ripple. Ground Ripple. So still.
There we
Nice
go,
flying
knockdown.
kick.
The KFM might be able to take out, well not take out since it's, there's interfere, but Kim Sung Hwan doesn't have an escape for 3
Kung
more
Fu
seconds.
Master is in a dangerous situation again, so he switches out to the Destroyer. There is no reason for them to risk anyone dying.
Yeah.
It is a 3-on-2 situation. Soul Fighter is out of his second wind and his back roll right now. They need to survive with an interfere and his side steps. Fortunately, his back step has come back, so he's slightly safe for now.
Yeah, Soul Fighter has so many.
Just charged in with the leg sweep and knocked him up into the air combo. Windstorm
knock
for
up.
the win.
Doing a lot of damage.
Searing strike
to the
just now for
Destroyer.
the Destroyer trying to stay alive.
Alright, gets stunned.
And
Tags out.
the 2-on-1 by IDEVs.
Alright, the Blade Dancer comes in. I'm pretty sure the KFM is gonna come in soon, or at least with the interfere.
Well, what we know now is Destroyer has to tag out because he is not going to be able to stay alive for too long against the Blade Dancer, because the Blade Dancer is able to put in a lot of damage.
Well, but he still forces GC Busan, I mean, to interfere.
Right, which is a very big advantage for
IDEPS.
IDEPS right now. Gets into a Phantom Grip, but he's still playing with fire. He needs to save his health. You want to keep this 3-2 lead as the weaker team.
Yeah, but IDEPS just interfering with no
But
hesitation.
look at this.
Look at this.
The Destroyer is able to put in his fair share of damage into the Blade Dancer. Not backing down. He is showing confidence right now, using his spins correctly and the Searing Strike into the Typhoon.
Yeah, he
trying
is trying to
survive.
last out for the force tag right now.
But it
one
could
more
be
second.
dangerous
No,
because
there we go.
he stunned him before he was forced out. That was a very smart play by the Destroyer, because that force tag sometimes is very detrimental towards the person that tags in for your team.
Yeah,
They
they chased. There we go. This is exactly what's
No.
happening. They even used the interfere.
Kung
to
Fu
try to-
Master unable to get out of that combo, forcing
Okay,
himself to use his second win, but
go. He
not
tags out
go
right
with.
away. All right.
We-
Assassin comes in.
are unable to see a 3RF combo more often in a tag team tournament because of the interferes involved. And the Assassin coming in, doing an airborne combo with huge amounts of damage, webbing, and of course the bread and butter, lightning rend into close
Close
shave.
shave. Butterfly.
This is amazing. Good job by the Assassin.
All right, Kim Sung Hwan just used his escape.
IDEV's definitely doing his fair share right now. Is he able to? And he does a decoy.
Nice
Very
decoy.
well-timed
Nice timing.
decoy. And the body swap into a combo. 2-on-1 situation is forced out by GC Busan, but it's not
Oh,
going
look
to
at
be
him.
able to do
He's
anything.
taking a little damage.
And GC Busan is out. It's 3-on-1. Good job by IDEVs
Oh.
bringing this tournament around.
GC Busan is in a critical position, bad position right now, 3v1.
They mentioned in their introduction video that IDEVs was the weakest team and they're going to be relaxed but not going to take them too easily. But apparently they have taken them for granted.
To be honest, we're not going to be able to see like Jinyu Park Assassin 3v1 situation right now with the Blade Dancer.
Exactly, Blade Dancer is unable to do that.
Yeah, it's most likely IDEVs taking the first set.
Right, a knockdown with the Soaring Falcon into a Phantom Grip, but what are you going to do now? Trying to heal as much as possible, but we're going to see IDEV slowly whittle the little tiny Lin.
Yeah, the Blade Dancer.
Destroyer coming against the Blade Dancer.
IDEV's getting two more interferes for each players. You know, and the Blade Dancer doesn't have his tab escape right now, so like the KFM and the Assassin can just take turns interfering.
Right, just a stun coming in and then a 2-on-1 comes. There we go. A 2-on-1, definitely expected, and Blade Dancer able to survive for a very long time.
Yeah, but just see, it's obvious.
Yeah, Song Woo-shim is just trying to fine-tune his fingers.
He has no escape. He's gonna just finish him off. 3RF combo, Tremor, 3RF combo. Yep.
There we go. Good job by IDEVs. Very clean win.
2%.
Especially because they took out Sungjin Choi early on in the match. It only took them maybe a little bit more than a minute to get rid of such a strong player. What do you think is going to happen in the second set?
Well, to be honest, during the match I mentioned that the team composition, IDEVs has the advantage. Even though they don't have a Soul Fighter, their offensive Assassin and the KFM are so strong.
Burst damage is intense.
So an Assassin is able to last long even with interferes just by being in stealth.
If he's confident
enough. So if that happens and they're able to capitalize on the Assassin's stalling abilities with the KFM's interferes with just the CCs, not to defend their players but to go on the offensive, they're going to be able to take the second set and the third set.
Right, exactly. So I'm assuming that Sungjin Choi might not come out again unless he's like, hey, don't worry guys, trust me, I'm going to be able to last longer this time. Let's look at this right here.
This is the part where he has so much health, but look at that crit!
He was grabbed and he was wrecked. I'm wondering where the Soul Fighter was. Was he knocked back? I'm not
He did
sure.
give him a heal. It's just that
it wasn't enough.
The damage, it critted and it just took out like 20-30% with just one hit.
Very good situation for IDEVs because they took out Sungjin Choi's escapes and somehow got the Soul Fighter to be away from the fight. And everything else from there on out was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Destroyer did a very good job
in the beginning, at the start.
Because it seemed as if he was at half health and then he brought it back and evened out the playing field. He thought he was playing with fire, but apparently...
Look at that 3RF combo. It's just, oh my god, that's disgusting.
We're not going to be able to see that very often though. Because
but actually, like, Hyungju Kim was such a good, he calculated it so well where he was able to put the 3RF combo exactly when they didn't have an escape. So they basically, even though the interfere comes in, he just ignored it.
Right.
Yeah, just put the 3RF combo even.
Imagine he messed up the combo in the middle of it. Like, he mistimed it and he stopped.
Yeah.
But regardless, he had a backup guy, you know, kicking him while he got down.
That's the positive of a tag team tournament.
Alright, we're about to get ready to get into our second set. Will GC Busan come out with Geum-sung Hwang as the
start off,
first player, or will they continue on with Sungjin Choi? He's got a smile on right now inside the booth. What does it mean? What does it mean? Yes.
Okay.
I also want to mention that the crowd is especially loud today because today is the day that they are celebrating the fourth year anniversary for Blade and Soul. So they gave out, you know, some nice drinks and stuff for everyone. Non-alcoholic things, unfortunately, for all you guys that are curious. So Sungjin Choi does come out first. And I'm sure he's reassuring his teammates that he won't make the same mistake again.
Yeah, and he is playing very aggressive right now.
But at the same time, it wasn't just his mistake. IDEP just played very well in creating that 2-on-1 situation.
Another one, here we go. The KFN comes in. Rising Dragon triple kick, but this time, Seongjin Choi and GC Busan, the team itself, was prepared for that.
Fairly early interferes on both sides. Destroyer charging
Here we
in.
go. This is Seongjin Choi's specialty. The super smooth animation cancel with the Judgment Cleave combo.
Right, and the Destroyer for IDEPS is continuously
He's just
trying
taking
to
hits.
survive.
Oh, here we go.
Wow, inside the Ember Stomp,
IDEPS,
even
he's
though
like,
he was
hey,
in
I
ice.
can do that smooth anti cancel as well.
Both of them using Searing Strikes to try and stay calm,
Woo.
tagging out. Good play by both sides. They have done exactly what they were able to do in that situation because Destroyer Seongjin Choi, he was very low on health. He was in an emergency situation. And he tagged out the Soul Fighter. And the Soul Fighter, if Destroyer for IDEP stayed inside, would have gotten
Soul Fighter using his escape, getting tech chased.
taken advantage of by Kim Sung-hae.
Oh, high wire
Going
cord.
to knock him down, and he does.
There was actually the Judgment Cleave combo, but you know the Soul Fighter has heals.
Soul Fighter using Chi Burst. Is it Chi Burst?
Yeah, it's Chi Burst.
Formerly known as Power Burst, but huge damage done
Huge
by
damage done by- Oh, what
taking
was
him
that?
out.
That was
in
crazy.
A matter
The crit.
of seconds.
Woo! That was actually the combo punch by Gumsung Hwang. Yeah. But it actually critted, so like it just took out like
It was
crazy
a
amount.
2-on-1 situation, so it took maybe
Yeah, it
1.5
took- yeah.
seconds for the assassin to just melt down.
Yeah, Sang-woo Kim. He was supposed to be the online god, the assassin, but I don't know what's going on
Well,
with him these
there's
days.
a reason why he's the online
Oh my god!
And
Again, while we're talking, the Destroyer just get knocked out. Like what's happening?
lightning draw again. Kung Fu Master alone by himself.
Are we going
against
to
three
see
people?
a 3v1?
No, we're not,
Are you
because
sure about that? You don't know.
the Destroyer and the Assassin did not last.
He is
long at
continuing
all.
with the combos, and the Blade Dancer is trying to save up his escape, but there we go. He used it. Now is a chance for the Kung Fu Master to just try to finish off the Blade. Well, they tagged out, so the Soul Fighter comes in. Okay, there we go. Just McCleave combo with the combo breaking claw combo. Just finish him off.
Very, very quick win by GC Busan
Yeah.
coming back. It was necessary too, because this is best out of 3.
Yeah.
They bring
If
it
they
to
lost,
one.
then it would have been over.
Exactly, 1-1. What was turned around?
Yeah.
You would have to watch the highlights. That was in a blink of an eye.
Just that when GC Busan and IDEFs had that one-on-one, it didn't matter who took out their escapes first, as long as they were both out of escapes. GC Busan was confident enough to just interfere in the anti-cancel combos by Destroyer and the Soul Fighter. The Soul Fighter doing the combo punch breaking claw combo, whereas the Destroyer doing the Judgment Cleave combo. That's just gonna take out the opponent in not even a second.
It was a
Yeah.
little bit over a second.
Yeah, maybe a second. But if they're both not making any mistakes and putting in both of their combo judgment combos, there's nothing to be done.
All right, let's check out this replay. You can see exactly what happened. 2-on-1, and
Yeah, Rising Dragon.
This is
this
earlier
was
on
the
in the
part where,
beginning.
GC Busan.
Is this where it
was
is?
able to-
he gets knocked down inside the Ember Stomp, and
No, this isn't it. This is where they both tag out.
okay. I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is-
searing strikes
yeah,
with
this
each
is-
other, and then they both tagged out. The Soul Fighter and Assassin
And this is
gets
the
leg
part.
sweep,
There we
2-on-1,
go.
but the reactionary 2-on-1 is unable to do anything because he gets knocked back. And this was inside of a grab. There was no interfere at all.
Woo!
So it was just easy picking.
Here we go, ground ripple, knock back. Here we go, this is it! KFM only had 5 seconds left, but they knew that. So when Gumsung Hwang hit the KFM with the ground ripple, is it ground ripple? Yeah, ground ripple, the Destroyer just comes in, he's like, alright, Judgment Cleave time. I'ma judge you. Let's finish him off.
Kyungju Kim is definitely kind of worried right now because it's good to win the first set, but if you're going to lose the second one, it definitely puts the person that lost the second set on tilt. It
Yeah,
gets you worried.
definitely.
You have to reorganize and recalculate your mental game. All right, best out of 3. This is the last set for this for today's first matchup. Destroyer coming out again against Hyun Sung Song.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure IDEF's KFN Hyungju Kim. What happened in the second set is what he was worried about.
Exactly.
Yeah, not being able to save their teammates, instead going on the offensive. So they were able to take the first set, but the second set they got wrecked.
Wow, counter. So we just saw a tennis match of dashes being blocked by shields. Destroyer Sungjin Choi blocked the first dash, or not dash, the pull in, the drag, and then IDEPS, he was like, I can do it too, and blocked it just the same. Searing strikes by Sungjin Choi.
They are doing their mirrors.
It's like they're mocking each other.
Sungjin Choi grabs him first. I'm pretty sure,
Mocking
you know,
me? You mocking me?
Song is going to probably grab him when he gets up. Like, up.
If he gets up right
Yeah,
now,
no,
he
he
needs to go into Hurricane, goes into a shield,
Oh,
drags him
he
in.
dragged
That's
him in.
what he was looking
Nice.
for. Makes him use his 1 minute resist. Goes into a Typhoon. Hyun Sung Song not.
he is spinning.
Yeah, Hyun Sung Song is not backing down. He gets charged in and then stunned by the shield. Grabbed Sungjin Choi. He's having his way. What's he going to do now? Is he going to tag, or are we going to see an interfere? I mean, right now,
it just seems like Sungjin Choi is timing so much better his grapples, right? Oh, there we go.
yeah, we
Song
see
gets his
Hyun
first
Sung Song
grapple.
do it again very well. Searing strikes. Hyun Sung Song is not doing a bad job surviving because they both have 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1 before. Oh,
but
does not
Song-
wait for the force. Good catch. Very smart move by IDEPS.
Yeah, I just want to see Sang-ho Kim, the assassin right now that's out, doing some crazy stuff, but he is getting air.
Right, I want to mention while he's getting wrecked right now that GC Busan did not wait for the force tag. They wanted to do it early on to try and catch IDEPS' force tag, but IDEPS was ready for it, and they in fact counter-caught GC Busan when they came in and created a safe situation for IDEPS to come in.
I was saying the assassin, like me, wanted to see the assassin doing something. He just got caught in the airborne.
Yep.
But actually, right now, this was a good move. Stunning him with the lightning rend, forcing an interfere, and stuffing out, with making GC Busan waste
Body
an
swap
interfere.
just now. He's able to go in for it.
Okay,
Is
good.
he going to knock him? Yes, he does.
Not giving him the chance to use his escape.
And then tagging out. Oh, smart move. And then he's going to allow this charge in.
Continuing with the
Very
aerial.
good catch.
Rising Dragon, making him use his escape. This looks very good for IDEPS in terms of escapes and tags. Well, interferes, I mean.
Now this is the kind of continuous combo that we would like to see used inside of a tag team tournament. You just tag out, and then the person that tagged in continues the combo with the catch.
Yeah, Gumsung Wang doesn't have it in his
Wow.
game. He is going in with the 3-RF combo with the Tremor, and he's just ignoring the interfere and just
GC
putting in the
Busan
damage.
Very good with the interfere, and so the Soul Fighter is able to cheap burst
Nice.
and gain some health. We're going to see Soul Fighter going to force tag right now.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Are they able to capitalize on it? No, no force tag. They
he just
waited
tagged
just
out.
a few seconds before, but the Destroyer for IDEPS is able to catch the Blade Dancer and do enough damage to make them cower.
Yeah, see right now he gets Phantom Grit, and if the KFM was a Blade Master, he could have interfered and saved him from that Phantom Grip, but he is.
Oh no,
able to
huge
do that
damage
now.
done by
Okay.
GC Busan into IDEPS.
And
That
lightning draw.
was a good interfere by GC Busan just now, not giving IDEPS the time to relax.
Yeah, Blade Dancer plays aggressively, going in, putting in the aerial Phantom Grips. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a lightning draw because he used the Nissan cooldown.
Now this is the problem that IDEPS has, is that Kung Fu Master is at very little health and he has very little resources.
Definitely
trying to
cannot
get more health. He's not going to be able to tag in or interfere too much to help out his teammates. Maybe do a risky move and try to just double up on damage, but even then, a counter interfere by GC Busan will just a poke will get rid of the Kung Fu Master, so he's going to be cautious and wary. And look at this, IDEPS
seems like-
eliminated
oh my
early on. Kung Fu
God.
Master coming out.
And he's gonna. Okay, he is using his iframes. Like Rising Dragon is stunned, but also an iframe while he's doing the animation.
It
He
looks
is the
as if
nuke.
GC Busan is going to take the win.
Okay, he's putting him in the aerial. Tremor, but gets knocked out. Yeah. Just dies. Okay.
Exactly. It's a poke. All you need to do was
Yeah.
just fall over on him, and he's out 3-on-1. GC Busan taking the lead, taking the first match, and a nice mine by the assassin just for kicks.
Yeah. Hey, you know, who knows?
You know, at this point, do you give up or do you try your best? I mean,
Well,
do you legitimately
just
see-
because the last person standing is an assassin, I don't want to give up hope.
Right, but how big is that hope? It's like 0.5%. isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably like.
I mean, if it was Jinyu Park, maybe, but even then, Jinyu Park timed a very good Ice Mine. Will we be able to see it again?
We'll see right now. He's actually doing some good.
No bodies. Rear
Nobody
charge
saw,
in.
but it's okay.
There's a rear charge into stealth. Shadow Slash doesn't work.
But he still has his stealth right now, so he won't die with this combo right now. There we go.
He uses it,
Yeah.
but
now,
Soon.
body swaps. Yeah, but he's afraid because
Tag and bomb.
Yeah, Grimsung Hwang still has him in fear, so
Got
he
a
is.
stick of dynamite on the back.
Yeah. Phantom Grips is gonna be over.
And there we go. What was that? That was like Zarya.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
GC Busan taking out IDEPS, continuing their lead.
And undefeated.
IDEPS.
Zero.
You were talking about, are we going to be able to see an interview with IDEPS in the makeup room?
Yeah.
They're like, I really want to go and
Yeah.
have an interview, but they
When's
are
our
unable
interview
to.
coming up? Because they have to get a win to get an interview, you know?
Exactly.
It's like, we're in the tournament too, you know? But
Are we
we're never
never-
shown.
Are we never going to be able to see an interview with
Yeah,
IDEPS?
it's like people, the viewers can only see us in the booth when it's all soundproof. It's like,
So, in a few minutes, we are going to have an interview, but before then, we're going to go have a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, or you could go to the bathroom maybe. Put down your remotes. Do you remember that? Do you remember watching TV back in the day? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, put down your remotes, and don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
Don't change the channel. Let's look at the replay really quick. Assassin going in with the lightning rend, double lightning rend.
See,
But
even up-
unable to stun the destroyer for GC Busan.
yeah, up to now it was actually good. But here,
Right, and Soul Fighter was in a critical situation, but able to cheat burst and gain some health back.
yeah, up to the middle point of the match, it was actually looking good for IDEPS.
Right, this is the knockup, and the Soul Fighter comes in with the Windstorm combo, and the Blade Dancer using Lightning Draw, taking out a whole chunk of damage by the Kung Fu Master. He interfered then and tried to do something, but instead just took a lot more detrimental results. And the Kung Fu Master force tags in and is unable to survive.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, this is exactly why they didn't want to get rid of the Blade Master. So for those of you who are trying to watch this tournament and practice tag team, this composition is good, very good to be on the offensive, to counter Destroyer and Blade Dancers, but you're gonna need someone to interfere and, you know, save your team.
Oh, you're talking about Blade Master, you said Blade Dancer. You're talking
Yeah,
about
no, Blade Dancer. No,
Oh.
I'm saying to go up against Blade Dancer and Destroyer, taking out the Kung Fu Master is a very good pick. But if you're gonna get rid of a Blade Master, in order to do that, that's not a good idea. And this match just showed that.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. IDEPS, they gave up one for another. They gave up survivability for attack, and they were able to show it in the first set, which caught GC Busan off guard. But they were shaken up in the second set and unable to finish it off.
Yeah.
They could have had a chance to defeat the strongest team. Stay tuned for matchup 2 in just a few minutes. Don't change the channel.
마침내 세상의 경계가 사라진다. 모든 영역을 뛰어넘은 새로운 판 시작합니다. 내 손안의 생활 플랫폼 신한 카드 판. 생활의 판을 바꾸다.
슈팅 액션 쾌감 헌터스 어드벤처.
아이, 뭐 하시나?
마법스러운 게 어딨어?
이기는 장땡이지.
이러면 곤란해.
NC 다이노스 파이팅! 우리 함께 행진해요.
마침내 세상의 경계를 넘어선 새로운 판이 시작된다. 신한 카드 판. 생활의 판을 바꾸다.
아, 이런 울렁증이 있는데.
진짜 재미없다, 그렇지? 한번 그냥 비무장으로 들어가진다고.
야, 조용히 해봐, 조용히.
괜히 나한테 씨.
블레이드 앤 소울 4주년을
네, 블레이드 앤 소울 4주년 축하드리고요. 아, 잠시만요.
블레이드 앤 소울이 벌써 4주년을 맞이했다고 하네요. 저도 중계한 지요 횟수 3년이 됐어요.
유저분들이 많이 사랑해 주시니까 가능한 거 아니겠습니까?
그렇습니다.
잠깐만, 형 문제.
불소 4주년 정말 축하드리고
4주년을 축하드리고요. 4주년을 축하합니다.
중계팀이에요!
지금 한 거예요?
아니 연습.
네.
연습. 중계팀이에요! 불소 서비스 4주년. 4주년.
그렇습니다.
4주년 축하드립니다. 언제까지?
40년까지 쭉 이어지시길 바라겠습니다.
40년까지 쭉 가는
그렇습니다.
정호 형이 앞에서 노답이다. 앉아봐. 빨리 앉아요. 정호 형이 센터에서
정우 형이 불소 4주년 축하합니다는 거.
빨리.
야, 난 내 목소리로 도저히
축하합니다 하고.
우리가 벌써 4주년하고 계속
형이 해. 그냥 혼자.
오, 좋네. 아, 다 찍어야지. 그래. 그래. 이 무한데. 아니, 뭔 무한이야. 자, 하나, 둘, 셋. 불소 4주년. 아니, 다시. 불소 4주년 축하합니다. 야, 그거 뭐야?
감사합니다. 화이팅.
Alright, welcome back. Let's go straight into our interviews with GC Busan. Big round of applause for GC Busan. We have seen a lot of amazing plays. So let's start with Sungwoo Shim. Let's talk about the first set before we go into our MVP interview. So he's talking about the facial expression of Sungjin Choi. So it looks as if Sungjin Choi, it wasn't his fault for losing. So let's listen to the play dance.
So what he's saying is, they took out the KFM. It's like their ultimate move, their secret move. So what Kim Sung-hwang thought was, if I go out as a Soul Fighter first and KFM comes in, then what's gonna happen? So they just sent out a destroyer and saved the Soul Fighter. That's what their plan. But I guess it didn't work. Yeah, so what he's saying is that he didn't even think for Hyungju Kim to use a change point to come out with the KFM.
So if you were expecting to play against the Comfort Master, how would you change your gameplay?
So he's saying, we found out after they used the change point before the match start, like a couple seconds before, and when I got hit by the Rising Dragon, that was the first time ever getting hit by a Rising Dragon from a KFM in the 4 years of Blade and Soul PvP. So he got very nervous all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Alright, so going out first, it decides life or death of the rest of your teammates. How is that feeling? Oh,
And
he's
he's like,
it's fine, we can win.
Yeah.
Seriously though. That's what I said. We can win even though he did die immediately. And then he's talking about the second set now. He's like, oh, in the second set, this is what Sungjin Choi is about. What was that like in the second set when you beat it?
쓰고 뭐 이렇게 할 때도 좀 꼬여 있었어요. 팀 안에서 원래 난 이걸 제가 나갈 게 아니라 이 친구가
Okay, so what he's saying is on the second set too, there were some mistakes made by the whole team because they weren't following the plans of who was going to interfere first and second. He just interfered. He had to because the one who was supposed to interfere didn't go in, so I went in to, you know, cut off the combos and etc. etc. So he was like, even though we won, it was kind of, you know, initiated by the fields.
So right now, Shingyum Kim versus Kim Sung Hwang. Kim Sung Hwang has 17 kills and Shingyum Kim has 16 kills. And he says that kills really isn't that big of a deal. I mean, like if it was an FPS, then maybe that might be a big deal. But right now, I don't really care about how many kills I have. Yeah, we're talking about the laser. The interview was like, "What do you mean you don't care about kills? You came in the last second and then
he kill steals.
Used the laser to kill him out.
KS.
You're going against what you're saying. It's like, well, the laser's kind of
Well,
new.
I kind of wanted to use
Yeah, I
that.
wanted to try that. So, and
yeah, but at the end he still said, "I didn't even think about the kill counts."
yeah, but to be honest, I actually didn't even know we were counting kills.
Yeah.
And the MVP for today is the Blade Dancer, Sung-woo Shin. So throughout the tournament, it seemed as if you were hiding in the shadows, but today it seemed more like you set up the team. And so, do you think you did a fairly good job?
Well, he's saying that, to be honest, I don't know why I got the MVP. There were the other two players that did the kills, did the damage, so he's not sure why. And he wants to compliment the other two teammates for playing so well.
Because they always come out first. There are words that Sung-woo Shim, you know, carried the team. And on the shirts, it used to say like.
Okay, so they had a badge saying, "Oh,
Mother,
good,
father,
yeah, mother,
and
father, good son,
child.
oh, good child."
But how come you guys aren't wearing your badges today? It's like
okay, so he wasn't just thinking
about it. Yeah, he just keeps forgetting about the badges.
So
just frivolous banter. Last question. So next matchup is against G Touring. And last time around you guys won 2-1. And the fact that you lost one game definitely shows that you have exposed a weakness. So do you have anything to say before you go into G Touring, like we're going to win 2-0?
Okay, so while we were rewatching our match, and on the and on the third match we were at a disadvantage, but we barely won. We barely took a win.
Oh, and so you're saying that they might use a change point when they play against G Touring next time around?
Yeah. Because they lost that one set, they're like, all right, no more losing.
And like, his teammate is like, why are you saying that? He's like, well, we don't know who's going to change it, right?
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, he's like.
We're just gonna leave it there. So you might use a change point.
Yeah.
No
There's
more,
a possibility
no
of us using.
And a big round of applause for GC Busan and Sung-woo Shim for taking the MVP. All right, we're gonna go straight into our team introduction videos. Let's get ready for our next matchup.
G토링 팀은 GC 부산이나 위너 팀의 견주어도 특히 막 꿀리지 않는 팀이라고 생각이 들어요. 올킬을 해야 하는 상황이 나오지 않았으면 하는 바람이 제일 크고요. 혹시 그런 상황이 만들어진다면 일단 꼭 올킬을 해보겠습니다.
기권자 차우빈 선수가 제일 위험하다고 생각하거든요. 일단은 기권사가 항상 태그에서 중요한 역할을 하고 그 기권사로 인해서 스탠딩에서도 좋은 상황이 나오기 때문에 차우빈 선수가 제일 위험하다고 생각을 해요.
지토링 팀은 공격이랑 이제 방어 난입 둘 다 좋기 때문에 저희로서는 이제 살려주는 게 힘들기 때문에 많이 힘들어요. 그죠?
플레이오프로 올라가기 위해서는 제일 중요한 경기이고 이번 경기에서만큼은 또 이제 실수도 없이 최선을 다해서 준비하도록 노력하겠습니다.
개인전 좀 떨어져가지고 스스로도 좀 많이 아쉬움이 났는데 태그 경기 많이 남았으니까 오늘보다 더 좋은 경기력을 보여드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
MSG 팀에서 가장 조심해야 될 선수는 암살자 박진유 선수 같습니다. 탈기도 2개이기도 하고 버티기도 좋고 개인 기량도 뛰어나기 때문에 제일 위험하다고 생각합니다.
제 직업이 권사인데 MSG는 제 극상성이 3명이 있는 팀이거든요. 그래서 솔직히 좀 두렵긴 한데 팀을 믿고 열심히 해보려고 생각합니다.
그래서 다음 경기 MSG랑은 이런 것만 왔으면 무난하게 이길 것 같아요.
현재 2승 2패랑 순위가 같은 걸 알고 있는데 저희가 이겨서 밑으로 떨어뜨리도록 그렇게 하겠습니다.
Alright, we are back from the interviews and the introduction videos. We've got MSG and G Touring facing up against each other in the second matchup. On the left side, blue side, is MSG, the Mega Sexy Guys.
Woo!
First Mega Sexy Guy is Han Junho on the left. In the middle, Jinyu Park, Junohan. Jinyu Park and Daeyoung Choi, Blade Master, Assassin, and Soul Fighter. Looks as if there will be no change points, as mentioned in the introduction video. And G Touring as well. You would expect Kyungmin Park to switch it up because of the matchup as Kung Fu Master against Assassin and Soul Fighter.
Yeah, but probably one of the reasons that he didn't switch is because what he registered the other class to be was Soul Fighter, and they already have a good Soul Fighter who is Chao Bin.
Right.
Yeah.
Woo Bin Cha.
Yeah, Woo Bin Cha. Here we go.
Right now on the screen is Woo Bin Cha, middle Byung-woo Kim, and on the right Kyung-min Park as Kung Fu Master, Blade Dancer, and Soul Fighter on the left.
Yeah, and depending on what the crowd predictions are going to be, I just want to say that just looking at the experience in the tournaments, G Touring actually has more overall tag team match tournament experiences, whereas MSG, if you follow our solo matches, Jinyu Park, even though he got knocked down, he was able to do a 3-on-1 last week. Han Juno is still in there in the semifinals for the singles tag. So they're both solid teams, strong teams. So I'm not sure. Okay.
Yeah, well, we expected a 92-8. Well, we didn't expect it to be 92-8, but we did expect one side to get more than the other. I actually expected it to be a little bit more even, actually.
Yeah, that's what the reason I was talking about the experience and everything is because they're both solid teams. Depending on who makes less mistakes is going to be the winner, regardless of what the crowd prediction may say.
But at this point in the tournament, it doesn't really matter how much experience each other has had, because just looking at this tournament now, I feel like both teams have, to a certain point, settled into the general flow and energy of the tournament. And now it's just straight up skill to be compared to each other. And like MSG said, it's just Woo Bin Cha to be feared.
Yeah. And one of the reasons is because Woo Bin Cha is the better of the two Soul Fighters in this match. MSG. Daeyoung Choi's Soul Fighter, it's not bad. Well, actually, it's not bad.
No, I think it's bad.
No,
I'm just going to go straight out on a limb. I don't think Daeyoung Choi is a good Soul Fighter.
Yeah.
He's not confident enough. Even in the interviews, you see him. Well, not interviews, the introduction videos.
Yeah.
He's very quiet and reserved, and it looks as if he's sorry to his other teammates for not pulling his own weight.
But you gotta give him credit for sacrificing his main class, which is an assassin.
This is true.
Giving Jinyu Park to play the assassin.
Well, he's forced to do that because I'm not going to say that Jinyu Park is a better assassin if Daeyoung Choi is a better assassin, although I do feel that Jinyu Park might be the better assassin. Another reason why he is forced to change is because Jinyu Park isn't able to switch classes.
That is one of the main reasons.
Yeah.
Jinyu Park is only able to play the assassin.
Yeah.
So that's why Daeyoung Choi was forced to switch out into a Soul Fighter because Soul Fighter is good in a tag team tournament. So I'm
Right,
pretty
and
sure
it's
that's why he
necessary.
chose it.
It's necessary in this composition because we have an assassin and a blade master. Soul Fighter needs to. I feel like Soul Fighter is the best because it gives you heals, able to do damage, and it's able to optimize both assassin and
the Blade Master. Yeah. So I just think just because, regardless of experience, as you mentioned before, just because of the difference in the Soul Fighters, Woo Bin Cha and Daeyoung Choi, I think that's gonna make the game changer for this
Most
match
definitely.
because Soul Fighter plays such a big role in tag team tournaments that if one Soul Fighter is definitely better than the other, it's
well, obviously, it's
Yeah.
going to be a huge difference. And Ji Choi also has another problem, is that the Kung Fu Master is not a very strong matchup against these classes.
especially Assassin and especially Jinyu Park's Assassin.
Exactly. He mentioned before, it was like, I don't want to make another 3-on-1 situation, but if it does come to that, I will try and do it again.
Yeah.
And
now he's gotten his confidence back, even though losing his singles tournament last week, doing the 3v1 in the interviews, as you just mentioned, he's like, just forget about the singles, focus on the tag. And I also want to mention that MSG and G Touring are both on third place right now. So depending on what happens today, the ranks,
the game changer.
yeah, the
It's
ranks
game
change up.
Speaking of which, we are going to change up the game and go into our second matchup. All right, crowd is fired up. Fans from both sides are all here. Soul Fighter against Soul Fighter. As always, this is how it normally starts out.
Hey.
Dashing about the field. Ooh, and G Touring coming in with the damage first. Able to capitalize on it with that offensive 2-on-1, forcing MSG to come out with their own defense. And it forces a tag out. Good job by G Touring to keep the Soul Fighter alive and forcing MSG to use one of their tags early on. Blade Master using his lightning draw with a minute cooldown.
Yeah, MSG, as I mentioned, Woo Bin Cha, oh my god! Even though Woo Bin Cha is, Woo Bin Cha was the better Soul Fighter, making MSG tag out first, interfere first. But he just took some damage with Eyebrows' combo.
Right, so Woo Bin Cha was stunned and it made MSG want to come in with a 2-on-1. I don't know why G Touring did not decide to come in with their own defensive to interfere.
Okay, there was a triple kick forcing the Blade Master to escape and then tag out. And Jinyu Park comes in. Let's see what he does.
Jinyu Park is definitely the crowd favorite right now. Already lost a little bit of health, but it's okay because of his mobility and just general attacking prowess.
Ooh,
now,
that was well-timed counter by...
Right, as soon as he charged in, we
KFM.
saw the Kung Fu Master put up his counter and charge it very smoothly
Rising
by
Dragon,
the assassin.
and Jinyu Park has no more escape, so, but there was an interfere, of course, this tag interfered.
Using his lightning just now. Ice Mine.
Yeah, Ice Mine, there was the Ice Mine. Jinyu Park, even though the KFM had that moment where he could have done his combos.
And he did
to
it just now again. Kung Fu Master is doing a very good job trying to counter the assassin as much as possible. He's not falling back, but instead he gets stunned, knocked up in the air by a 2-on-1 and a defensive, forced defensive interfere by G Touring, but it's to no avail. Look at the health right now.
That was good by the whatchamacallit, yeah, MSG. That interfere was crazy. They counter interfere, putting him into the airborne, making the KFM take all the damage. But there is the Rising Dragon, but he uses his leaf.
Good health back. Right now, it's still an even game. Soul Fighter and Kung Fu Master both playing to their wits' end and going in with the stun. Soul Fighter knocking him up. Windstorm combo, re-knock up. This is huge damage by Daeyoung Choi. We were talking about it before, not being up to par, but he's definitely showing us that he is still a formidable opponent. But he's getting knocked up
there we
in
go.
his own.
There is a counter. Wu Bin Cha is like, oh, you hit me, I'm gonna do.
And he goes into martial stance and uses his King Fist. Assassin comes out, drops down, and
of course, it's a Soul Fighter backstep, sidestep, 6 of them. So he's not gonna. Okay, that was a good tech chase when the Soul Fighter tried to get out with the windmill.
Forcing G-Torn to interfere in and doing counter damage as well. Very exciting game, fast paced right now. Blade Master surviving. Juno Han pulling him in with the Soaring Falcon and going to Heavenly Dance.
And he still has his lightning draw, so this might be.
Oh, and he
but
gets
there was
stunned
a
by
stun!
the Assassin.
That was a nice
No, that was Soul Fighter, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that
Wu
was
Bin
a
Cha
nice
came in with
stun.
an interfere. Great stun by the Soul Fighter by Wu Bin Cha. That was very dangerous for G-Touring because the Blade Master was ready to use his lightning draw.
Yeah, he was. The KFM might have died if they didn't get the stun in. But now, Blade Master taking the damage, 2v1. Oh, well, so interfered finish, so he goes in. Lightning draw!
By the Blade Dancer.
Forcing that escape and attack.
And the Assassin comes out now and he's like, I need to change this game up. Body swap.
He's just putting him into the aerial.
Right.
Oh, did he not use that web on purpose?
Right now, the Assassin's in a tough situation without his escapes.
Yeah, but it was a. Oh my God!
Is that exactly the reason why he's losing so much health? Is because he was out of escapes and he needs to tag out now. Everyone is out of tags except for the Blade Dancer and G-Touring.
Yeah, but
MSG is in a tough situation.
But MSG's Jinyu Park Assassin still has an interfere, so he might
able to go
yeah,
and
he's gonna definitely make a 2v1 situation where they're gonna take one guy out.
Right, the Blade Dancer has 30 seconds before he's forced to tag out. That's a 30-second window before the Assassin's 30-second window where the Assassin's allowed to go in and make a 2-on-1 situation to try and get rid of the Blade Dancer. The Blade Dancer's not allowing that because Soul Fighter has to stun him. He has to knock him down and get rid of his second wind.
Yeah. And what I want to say is that it doesn't have to be the Blade Dancer. They could let him force tag and then chase for the kill.
This is definitely true right now, but the Blade Dancer is doing a very good job with the lightning draw.
Oh, and
putting
he
a
might
huge
be able
amount of damage to the Soul Fighter. The Assassin has to come in to interfere. He is forced to interfere. There is no tech chase involved.
Yeah.
Right now, there was a tiny one.
Blade Dancer, amazing.
And the Soul Fighter might be knocked out right now. And it's done.
King Fist to finish it off.
MSG in a huge disadvantage right now. G-Touring took the first win. And MSG
Ground
might
Ripple.
get knocked out.
Wu Bin Cha still showing that he is a strong Soul Fighter right now. But getting
Alright,
the
Blade
aerial.
Master, highbrows. Doing a good job putting in constant damage. Look at that huge stun.
Look at this
Able to finish it off. Another knockup to finish it off. And he's gonna finish it. 2-on-2 situation. Blade Master being the MVP of today, and they still have Assassin. Oh no!
Oh,
and the
God,
Blade Dancer going into an aerial, knocking him out. Oh, the Assassin
What is
Jinyu Park
this?
has a big chunk of a cookie to bite out of. What is going to happen?
Byung-Woo Kim is playing amazing today right now.
Ice Mine for the Assassin to try and slow the pace of the game.
Is Jinyu Park going to be able to pull off a 2v1?
I don't know if it's going to be able to happen. He does chase the stun, able to put him into an aerial, but he has a tag left. He has to do this in 45 seconds before another interfere comes in. Is he able to do a 100-0 combo?
There we
Maybe.
go. He is getting his
It's
engine
impossible.
started.
He goes with the body swap.
Body swap, another stun, knockdown.
And the Shadow Slash. He hits the Shadow Slash.
He's gonna.
Is he able to do it? He goes to the flower.
Yeah,
goes
he
from
still
mobility.
has that stealth left. It doesn't matter. One more escape.
And the tag out.
It doesn't matter. Assassin is going to be able to take out the KFM.
No, but there's 20 seconds left before another interfere is able
There
to
we
come
go.
in, and then he goes for the stun. He does get stunned, uses his second wind.
Rising
Uses
Dragon
his
is pulled
rising
in.
dra-
Oh, Jinyu Park is going to die.
This is
3
gonna
RF
die.
combo.
No! That was a close game. Definitely a good performance by Assassin, but unfortunately trumped by G-Touring.
Yeah.
What a turnaround. We did not expect Mega Sexy guys to win, to lose after getting the 98% favorite.
98 to 2. Wait.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Huge
92
favorite.
to 8.
And G-Touring wins it, flips the table around, and gives MSG a run for their money.
If this set we had to pick an MVP, it was definitely the Blade Dancer.
Most
Byung-woo
definitely the
Kim.
Blade Dancer.
He played out when he had 2 seconds left for the force tag. He
Right.
knew MSG was waiting for that tech chase, so he just tags out forcefully and then counters.
To be fair though, I feel that Woo Bin Cha also played a huge factor in just
Definitely,
general survivability. It's a toss-up between Byung-woo Kim and Woo Bin Cha,
Yeah.
but at the same time, Kyungmin Park, the Kung Fu Master, did a fairly good job as well. Just as a team, G Touring is showing us that they have played for a very long time, and they are good with their cooperation. Let's look at the highlights. This is where the Kung Fu Master gets knocked up in the air.
With the lightning jaw on the bottom, takes a lot of damage.
But he's still surviving.
This is just the beginning of the match. Still 7 minutes left. They are both playing so aggressive that if you look at this right now, they're used up most of their tag points and interfere points already. And it's only 6 minutes.
This is the Blade Dancer that put in a huge amount of damage that forced Blade Master to get out.
Yeah. Here we go, Windstorm. This is going to finish.
This is Soul Fighter Woo Bin Cha finishing it off with the King Fist. And then Blade Master, huge
damage, making a 2v2. Oh, they just skipped the part where I wanted them to show the Blade Dancer, faking out the force tag.
You see just now Blade Dancer doing the brunt of the damage.
Ooh, 3F combo.
And
I
at
love
the
this.
end, Kung Fu Master finishing it off. So you can tell that Soul Fighter chipped down everyone's health, and then the Blade Dancer did quality damage to finish off 2 of MSG's players, and then Kyungmin Park comes in to finish it off against the Assassin, which is also very important. Stay tuned for interviews.
Well, the second match.
Right, the second match. Sorry, but yeah, Kyungmin Park definitely almost could have been knocked out by the Assassin.
It's just overall G Touring has a better team play.
Now, if you follow me on Twitter or read Reddit or whatever, I actually have done an interview with Jinyu Park, and he mentioned in the interview that losing the first set is actually a little bit more comfortable and gives them the mental advantage to come back in the second set. But are they able to come back when Daeyoung Choi is
just taking all the hits? There's
down
an
to 50%
interfere,
health.
and he interferes to do nothing.
G Touring definitely feeling much more confident right now.
Okay,
Let's see if
Fist.
Jinyu
Okay,
Park
ground ripple. Ooh, try to
using
tech
a
chase
second
that.
And the offensive interfere by G Touring, forcing MSG to tag out.
Oh no, that Kyungmin Park missing all his CCs just now with the interfere.
And Blade Master coming out has definitely made a better impact, forcing Soul Fighter Woo Bin Cha, the impact maker, to tag out. Now it's Kung Fu Master against Blade Master. In this matchup, who should be a little bit more cautious?
Well, the Blade Master definitely, because when he blocks, he could triple kick.
But the Blade
he
Master
gets pulled in.
Soaring Falcon and pulls him in, putting him. Oh, but the Kung Fu
but
Master
the
is
KFM, of
don't
course.
worry, I had this under control. Crits him into a tremor.
Up.
Overall,
Yeah, but there's a
back
tag.
and forth is a very good trade-off between the Blade Master and Kung Fu Master. Kung Fu Master wasn't able to capitalize on that class advantage.
Yeah. But still, he made the Blade Master tag out first, which, just looking at that.
And
Oh
the
my
Assassin
god!
going in. He still has
Jinyu
Ice Mine
Park.
down. He's able to blow it off.
Maybe he's gonna save
No,
it.
he doesn't need to.
He's gonna continue.
And then
his
he's gonna use
combo.
a double one.
There
Yes!
we go! Oh, but he gets out. No, but
What a-
this was still, he was waiting for that interfere.
This is like a trademark.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful double Ice Mine all the time. Just messing with the
Jinyu
opponent.
All right, there we go. Jinyu Park is continuing with his combo. He's
It's
not
almost-
scared of the Soul Fighter.
Yeah, it's almost as if the Assassin is a Soul Fighter. Like, he looks like he's just getting so many immune, but he's going to get knocked out by the Soul Fighter. Speaking of which, pulled in by the Soaring Falcon, and he's able
All
to
right!
lightning draw both
Eyebrows
of them
being able to
inside.
stun him
And then
with-
Assassin comes back. Shadow
Woo.
Slash.
Woo Bin
with
Cha,
the
that was
Ice Mine,
close.
Wasn't able to blow up.
He went in, and then he blew up the Ice Mine. He backed out. That was close.
Yep. G-Touring getting health back with G burst.
Yeah, Jinyu Park is actually, it seems like he's doing the damage and he's stalling time for his teammates. He's doing all the parts for his.
Yeah, Kung Fu Master is alive, by the way, on G-Touring side. He's still alive. Misses his Lightning Rend. Or was it a good timed second win by Woo Bin Cha? Regardless, unable to connect. He's going to be forced to tag out in 5 seconds. What are they going to do? Are they going to...
G-Touring might be able...
High wire.
Okay, so he just goes to the wall to tag out, not to get...
trying to stay safe.
Yeah, not letting Eyebrows get tech chase. There we go.
So it's Blade Master against Blade Dancer.
And he is spinning and spinning, wasting his chi.
Unable to connect that Soaring Falcon to try to pull him in because of the Maelstrom Vortex.
Re-knock up. Okay, there is the Soul Fighter coming in with the re-knock up again. And another re-knock up with Nova and then displays.
Is that 3 knockups?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And Blade Dancer using his second win just now to try and stop some damage, but unable to stop the Soul Fighter's fury.
He has... what?
And then...
the KFM comes in and just dies. Did you see that?
He interfered.
Yeah, he interfered and he just died. Didn't...
Not a very smart play. He tried to do something, but Assassins... the Assassins. Assassin Jinyu Park coming out. MSG is probably feeling much more comfortable now. Jinyu Park definitely maybe right saying that losing the first match is a bigger weight off of the shoulders.
There we go,
and
blitz
gives
play.
them a little bit more leniency.
Yeah, so I don't know why this Blade Dancer is just keep putting him down in the ground, not using a sensitive.
Body swap by the Assassin going into his lightning, his F click combo.
Yeah, and he forces the Blade Dancer to escape, and then there we go with the aerial interfere to stop the combo.
Oh, good stun.
Eyebrows, and then
the
a high wire
to knock him. Oh, he pulls him in,
and he is still stunned.
And then it's aerial.
Aerial by the Assassin. There we go.
Very good tag in. Second wind into the Frost Nova.
Blinds him with the stealth.
And then another tag in. Wow, what good tag team play. He gets the stun in as well before he leaves. He's like, oh boy, before I go, bam. And then the tag out to Soul Fighter. MSG has it in the bag, but look at this.
This is because there was an unintentional ground ripple tech chase right there when they tagged out.
Yeah, did not expect that to happen.
Yeah. Damn, Chen gets knocked back.
Woo Bin Cha is showing some quality play right now, but he gets knocked up in the air by the Soul Fighter.
Okay, this Assassin is going to finish him off with the Lightning Rod. That was good interfered by Jinyu Park right there.
MSG is doing a very good job using their interferes and tags, generally being a formidable tag team against the oldest tag team in the tournament, G-Touring. Is the Blade Dancer able to come back?
Most likely, he is not going to be able to.
It is a 3-on-1. He does not have an Ice Mine to freeze 2 people at the same time.
Yeah,
That's only...
And he just used his tab escape, so that's just gonna leave Jinyu Park, who hasn't interfered, to just come in and just Lightning Rend or something and just finish him off.
He sent out a Soaring Falcon to try to knock him down again, but he sort of
There we
missed.
go, aerial. The Eyebrows might just be able to finish him. Re-knock up, comes down.
Is Jinyu Park gonna tag in and get the kill?
I think they're gonna just give him the kill. Okay.
It would have been fun to watch him just be like, whoop, whoop,
kill steal.
But yeah, the serious faces are on right now.
Yeah.
They do feel a little bit more comfortable getting that win.
So it's a 1-1 right now.
Right, exactly. G-Touring did a good job in the first set. Also did a pretty good job in the second set, but wasn't. It was a landslide. It just kept getting worse towards the end because all of the players on MSG did a very good job, including Daeyoung Choi. Like, I guess I gave him too much.
You didn't give him enough credit.
Yeah, I didn't give him enough credit. Daeyoung Choi definitely showing some quality plays today.
Yeah, but the first set, I just want to re-mention that Byung-Woo Kim's Blade Dancer, he didn't show that play in the second set where he tricks the opponent with like the force tag, but tagging ahead, playing the mind game.
Right, let's
we
look
didn't
at
get
the
to
replays.
see that much.
Later on, I want to mention a glacial beam that was done by the Soul Fighter Daeyoung Choi towards the end in a 2-on-2 situation. But before that, let's check out the early on double Ice Mine,
there we go.
and then the second wind. Was that second wind?
No,
Did he
no,
get frozen actually?
No, he charged, so it was like an iframe. He dodged.
Oh,
the Ice Mine,
it
so
looked like it was he got frozen. But yeah, smart play by.
But still, yeah, it was definitely.
IDEPS then. If you
No, but it was definitely a good play by Junior Park, where he keeping that ice mine.
He was expecting that to happen. And
look at this. This is crazy. This was continual. 2 re-knockups.
Yep.
And then
this is the 2-on-2. Is this going to be the 2-on-2?
No. This is the one where Junior Park comes in. Lightning
rend. So they didn't show the 2-on-2 that I
Yeah, they did it. Yeah. They're just showing the kills. It seems like.
Yeah. Earlier on, I wanted to mention that there was a knockback on a glacial beam done by a Soul Fighter Daeyoung Choi, known by Daeyoung Choi, on MSG in the 2-on-2 situation that negated one of the players that allowed Jinyu Park to stay safe.
Yeah, that was one of a game changer.
Yeah, it was a key moment for me personally. All right, let's get ready for the 3rd set. Exciting last set for this matchup.
Okay, it's not the Soul Fighter coming off first this time.
It's Blade Master against Soul Fighter this time.
Okay, never mind. I changed.
Glitch in the Matrix. Soul Fighter against Soul Fighter. Pretty standard again. Good escape out of it. Double Frost Nova. Except Daeyoung Choi gets dazed and caught in a 2-on-1 using his Chi Burst and forced to tag out.
Yeah, but it was actually, well, it wasn't that bad because they used an interfere, G-Torrent, but they weren't able to do much damage.
Hops the Ice Mine is unable to catch the Soul Fighter Wubin Cha in it. If he was able to do it, then that would have set him up to try and get rid of a very large factor in the Team G-Touring. Look at this right now, putting him up in the aerial. This is what we wanted earlier on after he popped the Ice Mine.
There we go.
Oh, and the double stun! He stunned them both with the Lightning Rend. He doesn't need an Ice Mine, he can just Lightning Rend and stun them both.
That was perfectly timed, but still, I want to give Wubin Cha a lot of credit. Considering he's the first batter up, he is still, he just tagged out, but he lasted a very long time by himself, including enduring MSG's interfere.
And look at the health that he has remaining. Very good job. Ice Mine, there we go. It's like a B-boy, B-girl. Oh, no longer a B-girl.
See, his fists are burning, but he's still in ice.
You'd think that would melt it. Just his hands, though. Just his hands.
Alright,
charges in. Some wall hogging going on. Trying to...
Okay, gets airborne by the KFN.
Trying to negate any combos coming in by the assassin. Stunning him, putting him into an aerial combo. No wall hugging will affect me this time around. I got knocked out of the first...
Lightning Rend, putting in the combo. Forcing the KFN to use his tab escape and then tag out. Here we go, the spinner.
More wall hugging going on. This is going to be hard for the assassin. Good flower. He put the flower by the wall on purpose so he could try to get a rear charge in, but still proving difficult, so he tags out to the Blade Master.
Nice knockdown. The only vulnerability that
awesome job.
Blade
Frost
Master
Nova
has.
dazing him, 2-on-1, putting him down to 50% health. But a counter! Interfere!
Cha, the ground ripple into the lightning draw.
Juno-Han trying to go into defensive maneuvers. He's got his bats flying around, trying to stay alive. The assassin comes in, but he gets knocked up.
Nice tech chase by G-Touring. Ooh, that was like a counter and then another counter. Yeah, it was
consecutive counters, really.
Woo!
All right, the Soul Fighter being a better sportsman, not trying to sit by the wall.
Ground ripple.
Soaring Falcon pulled him in, dazed.
Nice,
Another high wire. He's gonna wait
when
for
he gets out, he pulls him in.
Second wind is used. Use the flower to
nice
switch positions.
He knew that he was gonna use the second wind, so he didn't want to get knocked out, so he used the
exactly. He
flower
had to anticipate the second wind to be
perfect.
used. He didn't want to be too hasty because he needs to make this situation happen.
He is going to definitely
again, close shave.
He's gonna force an interfere, definitely.
Look at this. Is he able to finish it off? No. And interfere does happen. He's not able to nullify both of them again this time around. But the defensive interfere comes in. The assassin has to tag out soon. Or, oh, no, it's okay. He's going to stay alive.
Another
Lightning Rend. Stun him again. Sidestep. Close shave.
Switches out. Nice. Gets out. He is reading G-Touring like a book.
Very easy book. A coloring book, for that matter.
He doesn't even have to read it.
Yeah, just flips through the pages. He's still staying out.
Okay, but that was a triple kick. Tremor forcing him to use his last escape.
2-on-1, defensive 2-on-1. Is Assassin going to stay out longer?
No, the Assassin is going to tag out. That was
good. It was
a
an
good triple
interfere
kill.
into a tag out.
Okay, this is crazy. It's like they're using all their escapes and tagging out, tagging in.
Very good use of time right now. Blade Master able to knock down the Blade Dancer and put... Nope, we're going to calm down a little bit.
Okay, aerial, reascend. Okay, he's not going to... I don't know. Yeah.
Just knocks him down. It's probably because of cooldowns.
Okay, ground ripple. Forcing Eyebrows to use. Okay, there he
Win, but he gets knocked up again with a Frost Nova.
Another re-knock up. Lightning draw.
Soul Fighter Daeyoung Choi has his work cut out for him. Is he able to get out of this Phantom Grip? No, he's going to save his second wind. 2-on-1 situation. That's why he saved the second wind, because there was an interfere coming in.
Yeah, but G-Torrent, that defense Chi was very good by Daeyoung Choi, because now they G-Torrent using their last interfere, and they still have 2 minutes left until they get it. Whereas MSG, they have Jinyu Park has 3 interferes left.
Right. Albeit that interfere also has a cooldown. Okay, so we see the 2-on-1 interfere now. They're going to tag out. That's the only thing they can do. They are out of tags, though. They are unable to do anything for 2 whole minutes. Is G-Touring able to survive? Soul Fighter having his way right now. Soul Fighting on MSG side is what I want to mention. We just saw a defensive Chi, self-defense Chi used by G-Touring.
There's another interfere. Yeah, Jinyu Park still having 2 interferes left.
Oh no, but look at that. Soul Fighter using the Dragon Fist combo.
That was a force tag right now. There we go, aerial. Oh, the Blade Dancer might have to come in at the next aerial that he gets put in.
Look at this damage by Juno Han. He's
soon.
able to put in another aerial, and he's going to be able
the Blade Dancer? Where is the Blade Dancer? Come on, G-Touring.
Assassin waiting for his cooldown to come in. Good blocks by Juno Han.
Gets pulled
in. Gets him dazed. Knocks him up.
This might be able
2-on-1. Assassin, he's going to melt him away. Oh, and he survives.
Oh, he heals
and
himself.
instead, Juno Han down to 30% in Windstorm combo.
Oh, he missed the knockdown.
Wow, good stuff by
Good
G-Touring just now. Able to counter that 2-on-1 situation. Jinyu Park unable to finish off the Soul Fighter Wubin Cha. Wubin Cha proving to us that he is a formidable opponent and a reason why MSG is on their on the back step right now.
Yeah, and when that G-Touring interfere came in by the Blade Dancer, they
look at that Frost Nova to displace knockup Windstorm combo. He has to get knocked back by MSG. Defensive interfere, but is it going to be able to do anything? Yes, it does. Good job.
KFM comes in with the Ice Guard.
But unfortunately, there are no more interferes. 10 seconds
left. But I don't know. KFM might be able to finish Eyebrows. Because Eyebrows has no more.
Gets pulled in, makes him use the second wind. 1 second left before the interfere. Who's going to use it first? Someone's going to use it. Just now, G-Touring uses it to go and defend and force Blade Master Juno Han to get out of this.
Good ground ripple.
He is done. It's 3 versus 2. Assassin Soul Fighter versus G-Touring.
This is how you're supposed to use the interferes. Come in and get the kills.
Exactly. Very effective right now. Is Assassin going to come back with a huge combo comeback? Who knows? He is able to backstep out of that leg sweep.
Yeah, the only one who had that interfere point was Eyebrows, and he just died. And Jinyu Park, who has one, is out on the in the field for another minute and 50 seconds, and he might just die by the KFM.
Oh no, is this another tremor? Oh, into the flower. Ice Mine.
He's buying time.
Good job by the Assassin. He needs to.
He has to stay alive for 10 more seconds until he gets his escape.
The one charge into stealth.
Okay.
Stun him up. Defensive interfere. You know
he still has the interfere. Yeah.
Goes into stealth.
Okay, now this. Okay, so Assassin gets back his tab escape, whereas the KFM is going to get it back in 3 seconds. So this is going to be another even out.
We have 1 minute before an interfere comes in, and the Assassin is going to finish it off before anyone else is able to interfere. He's going to go for the Lightning Rend. No, he doesn't need to go for the Lightning Rend, but is that a bad idea?
Right away. Lightning, Rising Dragon, forcing him to use his stealth again, and there is a force tag.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Assassin using his...
He has 18 seconds left, and he has that one more escape using the flower.
Using a smoke screen to get into stealth because he needs the advantage right now.
He's just buying time. 7 seconds.
He's going to 4. Oh, no!
Oh no, he's
He
going to
got
get
caught
finished!
in the charge!
Woo!
He had 3 seconds left before he was forced
Blade
tag.
Dancer!
And he had a few seconds left before an interfere. G-Touring is going to finish it off. Phantom Grip.
Yeah, and Blade Dancer still
And
has
the
his lightning
interfere is
draw!
going to come in. Interfere is going to come in.
It doesn't matter, he has Blade.
That's
He has
good.
a lightning draw, he's just gonna finish him off. Okay,
Nope, I told you,
okay, interfere,
is coming in.
okay.
Unless Daeyoung Choi pulls out something out of his sleeve.
Both
Axe.
sleeves.
Both sleeves, yeah, definitely is necessary because, well, he
There's
does have
no
a
Rising
problem.
Dragon, no escape, he's just gonna be finished off.
G-Touring coming for the win.
Woo, that 8%.
Huge win for G-Touring. That's definitely a morale boost for everybody on the team.
Yeah.
Because they all definitely contributed a fair amount. If you were to pick an MVP, who would it be?
Oh,
Because it's hard for me to decide.
Well, I mentioned early on that Blade Dancer's play.
Right.
And the second match, the second set, he didn't show that much, but the first and the third, the Blade Dancer played amazing.
Yes.
He showed crazy interferes, crazy damage, and even stalling. Well, he wall hugged a little bit, but still,
Yeah,
that is part of strategy.
You can't say that's bad manner because just logically speaking, if an assassin has to go behind you to attack, then don't show your back. It's basically 1 + 1 equals 2 or a window. for all you elementary
Window.
students. So MSG is knocked below G-Touring. Let's go check out the highlights. Assassin putting in a double stun with the Lightning Rend. Beautiful moves. Just the technical prowess of Jin-Yu Park is just beautiful. And then they put in good damage here, but then he gets countered by this Lightning Draw.
Look at Eyebrows taking so much damage.
I thought it was in the bag at that point, but I didn't expect that to happen to Juno Park. Juno Han.
Jin-Yu Park taking that lightning draw damage.
Yeah, but Jin-Yu Park is able to stay alive, goes into this super combo, but gets knocked, defended by G-Touring. Now, this is where Blade Master Juno Han just gets destroyed.
Yeah, look at that HP. It's like the computer's not even able to follow the damage.
It was lagging behind.
Yeah. Oh, and I also want to mention Woo Bin Cha's ground ripples were amazing as well.
Exactly. So that's the reason why I can't pick an MVP. It's between Woo Bin Cha and Blade Dancer Byung-Woo Kim. Albeit Kung Fu Master Hyungmin Park also did really good. They were all good. I'd probably have to flip a coin to see who got it. Really.
This is exactly why we say G-Touring, even though they get the lesser vote, the minor vote, they're.
Looking at the screen, it's almost as if they can't believe that they won. They're smiling, but at the same time, like, we're smiling.
It's like the surprise smile.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we're smiling, huh?
But still, they are very experienced, as I mentioned. You said experience didn't matter, but they got rid of that 8%.
All right, stay tuned. We're going to go for a brief commercial break. We'll get some interviews later and see who the MVP is. I'm curious. I'm sure everyone else is. So don't change the channel.
마침내 세상의 경계가 사라진다. 모든 영역을 뛰어넘은 새로운 판 시작합니다. 내 손안의 생활 플랫폼 신한 카드 판. 생활의 판을 바꾸다.
원 슈팅 액션 쾌감 헌터스 어드벤처.
어이, 뭐 하시나?
마법스러운 게 어딨어?
이기는 장땡이지.
이러면 곤란해.
NC 다이노스 파이팅! 우리 함께 행진해요.
마침내 세상의 경계를 넘어선 새로운 판이 시작된다. 신한 카드 판. 생활의 판을 바꾸다.
아 이런 울렁증 있는데.
진짜 재미없다, 그렇지? 한번 그냥 비무장으로 들어가진다고.
야 조용히 해봐 조용히.
괜히 나한테 씨. 블레이드 앤 소울 4주년을
블레이드 앤 소울 4주년 축하드리고요. 아 잠시만요.
블레이드 앤 소울이 벌써 4주년을 맞이했다고 하네요. 저도 중계한 지요. 횟수 3년이 됐어요.
유저분들이 많이 사랑해 주시니까 가능한 거 아니겠습니까?
그렇습니다.
잠깐만 형 문제.
불소 4주년 정말 축하드리고
4주년을 축하드리고요. 4주년을 축하합니다.
중계팀이에요.
지금 한 거예요?
아니 연습.
네.
연습. 중계팀이에요. 불소 서비스
4주년.
4주년. 그렇습니다. 4주년 축하드립니다. 언제까지?
40년까지 쭉 이어지시길 바라겠습니다. 40년까지 쭉 가는 거예요.
그렇습니다.
정호 형이 앞에서 아 노답이다 아니야. 앉아봐. 빨리 앉아요. 정호 형이 센터에서
정우 형이 불소 4주년 축하합니다.
빨리.
야 난 내 목소리로 도저히.
축하합니다.
아, 우리가 벌써 4주년 하고 계속.
형이 해 그냥 혼자.
오 좋네. 아 같이 해야지. 그래.
이 무한대.
아니 뭔 무항이야. 자 하나 둘 셋. 불소 4주년. 아니 다시. 불소 4주년 축하합니다. 나또 보여.
감사합니다. 화이팅.
Alright, welcome back you guys. We're going to have our interview with G-Touring. With Youngmin Park, our Kung Fu master. Congratulations. Finally, we are able to come back with a win.
So he's saying, you guys are both in the third place, but now we're the only third place. We're stepping up slowly, so that he's happy.
If we talk about G-Touring, they have to try really hard to win, and also try really hard to lose.
And he's saying that most of the time we win our first set,
And they
then
get
we get
nervous.
laid back. No, we get laid back after taking the first set.
And then let go of the second set.
Yeah.
Alright, next interview. Byung Kim. So in this match, so he's talking about being a blade dancer, and you will definitely have a role and position in the team. So what is the role or position on this team, on this matchup?
So depending on the other team's composition, he switches up his skills going up against a destroyer, but going up against MSG, they don't have a Phantom Grip, so he was able to play more on the offensive.
Right, if MSG had a destroyer or someone who could grab, he would definitely spec into something with escapes. But since they didn't,
but against an assassin, it's hard for a blade dancer.
Today's MVP, big round of applause for Woo-bin Cha, our Soul Fighter. Why do you think you got the MVP? Yeah. To be honest, I thought he would, the blade dancer would get it. Since there wasn't a day that as hard as today, and he did a very good job coming through. And before we came into the interview, Kyungmin Park said, we won because of Woo-bin Cha. Why do you think so?
Yeah, so he's saying that Juno Han had 1 more second for a force tag, but he was able to knock him up to kill him before the force tag happened. So that's probably one reason why.
So when we're talking about G-Touring, G-Touring is fighting for not the first or second place, but for third place. So we don't really get to see the spotlight for Woo-bin Cha. But do you want to come out and be like, I'm a good player, and like tell the world that you're actually a good professional?
So Byung Kim is going to
say
a few words. He's saying, as long as he's calm, he is good, and he's solid players. But the problem is, the problem is that he doesn't focus too much. Not enough practice, I'm assuming, for the tag team tournaments. But he is still a good, very good, solid player.
Yep. So we saw a very strong performance by G-Touring. So next game will be against GC Busan. So we're going to give the mic to the KFM, Kyungmin Park. So some words for GC Busan.
So last week, I noticed that GC Busan barely took the win.
He's like, are you trying to say that to anyone in specific?
Yeah,
he's like, he is my friend, so Sungjin Choi. He's like,
he's like, yeah, we'll win.
I mean, you guys barely won last week, so we're gonna win.
Sungjin Choi is scared.
So
of
says
Kyungmin Park, yeah.
Kyungmin Park. Oh. Yeah, since Kyungmin Park played against Sungjin Choi a lot, he's like, well, Sungjin Choi is afraid of me because I beat him a lot. So we are excited for the next matchup against G-Touring and GC Busan. A big round of applause for G-Touring and the MVP, Woo-bin Cha. I actually picked Byung Kim to be the MVP.
Oh, did you?
Because, I mean, we were talking about it before during the break, and there was this moment in the first set. Oh, well, before we talk about that, we'll go into our instruction videos.
전에 위너 팀한테는 저희가 이제 2대0으로 패배를 했었는데 지금 저희 팀은 일단 게임 경기력이 점점 가면 갈수록 좋아지고 있기 때문에 다음에 위너 팀을 상대할 때는 진다는 가정이 아니라 이길 수 있다는 가정하에 연습해서 준비하려고 하고 있습니다. 아무래도 기관사 캐릭터한테 저희 3명이 쉽게 이기고 지고가 많이 나올 수 있는 클래스다 보니까 링검이랑 뭐 기공사보다는 김신겸 선수가 하고 있는 기관사를 가장 조심해야 할 것 같습니다.
다음 경기는
여태 해왔던 것보다는 조금 더 좋은 모습으로 검사가 이렇게 강하다 이런 걸 보여줄 수 있도록 열심히 해보겠습니다.
지난번처럼 허무하게 당하지 않을 겁니다. 잘 못해도 잘해야죠.
대회 환경에 제가 익숙해진 만큼 긴장을 안 할 수는 없는 것 같고 이 긴장에 익숙해진 만큼 제가 더 열심히 해보겠습니다.
저번 인터뷰 봤는데 저희를 많이 이긴다고 인터뷰를 했더라고요, 지성훈 선수가.
이제 저희 팀하고 자주 매칭이 됐었는데 솔직히 이긴 거는 저희가 더 많았어요.
어디서 그런 근거 없는 자신감이 나는지 좀 모르겠는데 거짓말을 좀 안 했으면 좋겠어요. 김수환 선수가 가장 조심해야 될 선수인 것 같아요. 기본적인 기량에서 그 스와 팀에서 가장 뛰어난 선수고 태그 매치 뭐 이해도부터 이런 거는 원래부터 뛰어났다고 생각했기 때문에 일단 김수환 선수만 조심하면 될 것 같아요.
뭐 실력적으로는 김수환 선수가 제일 위험하지만 직업적으로는 검사 이원식 선수가 좀 무서운 면이 있어요. 검사의 그 한방 번개백이라는 스킬이 강력하기 때문에 그 점을 좀 조심해야 될 것 같아요.
일단은 일주일 좀 푹 쉴 생각이에요. 좀 쉬면서 몸과 마음을 회복하면 충분히 이길 수 있을 것 같아요.
일단 그 팀 자체가 조합이 아닌 태그 센스로 본선까지 올라온 팀이라고 생각하기 때문에 물론 조심은 해야겠지만 예전과 같은 그런 결과가 나올 거라고 생각을 합니다. 이번 경기 기대하세요. 원기옥 들고 나가겠습니다.
Sparks are flying. We got Swap versus Winner for our last matchup of the day, and Winner coming out strong and telling us he's gonna be using Shiba. All right, let's look at SWAT right now. We got Sunggun Ji and Wonshik Lee and Suhan Kim for Soul Fighter, Blade Master, and Kung Fu Master.
Yeah, most of Team Winner were mentioning that Suhan Kim is probably the strongest player on this team.
Right, and Sunggun Ji definitely getting a little bit of attention from Shingyum Kim. He's like, I don't know why you're lying.
Yeah.
Why you lying?
Why you lying?
So we're going to go to the red team right now, look at Winner, and see the winners of last year's tournament. Not this. All right, Force Master on the left, Jung Ho Yoon, and then followed by Soul Fighter, Shingyum Kim, and Blade Dancer, Kogu Kwon. Now before we went to the introduction videos, I was talking about the MVP of the last match. The first set, it was about, just to say briefly, it was about a tech chase during one of the force tags, and so on and so forth. Blade Dancer seemed as if he played a very good technical game that flew under the radar. But let's get past that now and go into SWAT versus Winner. No change points are being used, but a change of spec is going to be expected from Jung Ho Yoon because he is the only Force Master in the tag team tournament. And so we're always excited to see what kind of plays he's going to bring out.
And he just mentioned, I'm going to bring out the Shiba.
My name is Goku. Yeah. He is Goku, he is Elsa, he is Winner.
Look at the prediction.
And it goes at 96-4. Now we did have an upset today with Join winning.
8%.
I'm not sure how strong it'll hold true for...
But they still have, SWAT still has Soul Fighter for heal. I just want to see maybe, it's a possibility, small possibility, but I want to see Wonshik Lee, the Blade Master, switch and use a change point into Summoner. I just want to see it. I don't know why.
That's only because you want to see it, but the fact is Summoner is not a strong PvP class for now. For now. You never know how things are going to change up in the next patch. Stay tuned for our last matchup, set 1 between Winner and SWAT. Yeah, Yeah, the crowd is fired up. Loving this 4th year anniversary audience.
Here we go, Soul Fighter versus Blade Dancer. Actually, when the Force Master comes out, I'm gonna be looking out for Frost Prison, Shadow Grasp, and the Chi Bomb.
Definitely going to see a frozen opponent waiting to get dropped with the Chi Bomb.
Here we go.
Soul Fighter saving himself with a self-defense Chi. Doing a pretty good job with Blade Dancer right now.
Yeah,
putting
Double
in.
Quan is forcing SWAT to just interfere in and out.
But unable to do anything. Blade Dancer forced SWAT to use a defensive interfere. And Winner didn't even retaliate.
Okay, so
Instead, freeze him in place,
yeah.
allowing the lightning draw. And then the pushback, the double pushback by Winner. From the get-go, it looks as if Winner has control of the tempo, the flow, and just general control of the game. Knocked up in the air.
Aerial by the KFM. This is not good. Oh, the 3RF combo. He got to put in 1.
And he continued to stun. Backdash out.
Frost Sheath.
Frost Sheath by the Force Master.
Oh, counters that with the smite.
Good job! Kung Fu Master, Suwon Kim, showing us and proving to Winner that he was the most
Rising
dangerous.
Dragon with the 3RF combo. Puts him up again.
Oh!
Nice!
Backstabs, and then he jumps in.
Right click jump.
On. But he got caught by the Glacial
Beam.
Impact.
Used his escape.
But generally, just Kung Fu Master being very technical.
Yeah, he is playing it. Nice down.
Yeah,
blocking everything.
Unfortunate because you wanted to see it.
Yeah.
But it was a smart play by him because he needs to save.
What is happening? Come on. Come on, guys.
Well, you can't attack him while he's in Frost Armor because he'll gain health. And we've seen that happen way too many times.
Yeah, and Blade Master doing a lot of damage.
And going straight into a block. Good Soaring Falcon to pull him in. Ice Burst to freeze him in place and get some distance between each other.
Okay, Blade Dancer versus Blade Master.
Force Master is making into Chi Bomb and he's not able to do too much. He might die before he's able to gather up that energy.
He might be waiting for until 1 or 2 players are knocked out.
Right, exactly. Towards the end of it, just to add some insult to injury. A knock up by the Blade Master.
So far, it comes in to continue,
but and defensive interfere by Winner.
The KFM comes in, knocks one person up, but nothing happens.
But the Blade Master is able to block a lot of those attacks, but unfortunately gets knocked up by the Soul Fighter before he leaves.
Ooh, the Blade Dancer are able to knock him up. Lightning draw.
Still has a second wind. He's waiting to use it. But how long is he going to wait? Yeah. Because that was a juke. He phantom gripped him just to see if he was going to use the second wind, but still he didn't.
There is the second wind and
there
just tags out, taking all the damage. This is not looking good for SWAT.
Well, they're not in too bad of a situation right now.
Yeah, that is true because they have more of interference.
Good stun onto the Blade Dancer just now.
So far, knockdown.
King Fist. Self-defense Chi.
Yeah.
He gets
Phantom
gripped by the Blade Dancer. That seems sort of like a long-range phantom grip, but it really
Lightning
wasn't.
draw, nice!
Inside
Thunder.
the second wind is used.
Misses his Frost Nova, but the Burning Tundra hits.
He's going to spin out of it. 3 seconds before he's force tagged. Is he going to use it now? Nope. He's going to
he is going to be
go in,
and
knock him up,
they
and
tech chase him. They get him, but he freezes. Jung Ho-yoon comes in and freezes him.
And
his teammate to save him.
Soul Fighter against Soul Fighter once again. Second wind is used, and he's going to go into the conflict with a defensive interfere, and he finishes off Shin Gyum Kim. Shin Gyum Kim is out, and it's 3v2. We're not going to be seeing a Chi Bomb anytime soon in this tournament right now.
Lightning draw by a one-shot lead. That's putting that stun in Shin Gyum Kim was amazing.
Force Master in Gear 6. He's trying to put as much damage as possible, going on the offensive now.
Shin Gyum Kim being knocked out first. It's going to be critical for winners.
It's huge for SWAT and a morale boost as well.
KFM playing very aggressive.
Frost Armor.
Alright, Tremor hits. 3RF, Airborne. Brings him down. Rising Dragon. Is it gonna? Rising Dragon. Okay, no. Okay, smite, but misses.
Triple
kick.
That's what we want to see
Nice!
into a forced second wind. Glacial Beam, though, is Force Master going to be able to put in some damage of his own? But no!
Right click stuns him. Airborne's comes down. It's gonna be either a Rising Dragon or a Tremor, but there's an interfere to stop the combo.
To try to stop it, and it does work. Glacial Beam is hit, though.
Uses second wind
again,
and misses his Rising Dragon. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, Lightning Draw was used just now.
Woo! Whenever a KFN comes in, it's so hectic.
Kung Fu Master has a way with the people to make things very hectic. Blade Dancer just jogging in versus Blade Master. SWAT in a definitely better position, a little bit more comfortable, but they can't lose focus right now. Force Master is definitely the person to be worried about.
And their SWAT is definitely going to make their move within a minute while they have 2 interferes.
Gets knocked back.
Rising Dragon pulls him and uses his second wind. He
Good
has one
interfere by
tag.
SWAT.
He still has one tag, the Blade Master's, the Blade Dancer, so he doesn't have to worry too much.
But he should tag out soon because
knocked out. There's no interfere. He might be okay. The interfere comes in. He should have just tagged out.
Glacial Beam hits, but the Force Master, he's able to stun him in place, and then he's forced to go out. Oh, good tag out. Impact.
Burning
able
Tundra.
to counter that.
Ooh,
Burning
he's able
Tundra.
to.
Impact.
Oh, he's able to
just-
counter Jungle Yoon.
Oh,
he
and
just
he's out.
dies.
No
Wow.
cheap out from Jungle Yoon. He judged. He was doing more impacts.
Yeah,
the
he was
entire
trying to
time.
counter that, but that's not gonna happen when there's things falling from the sky.
Good job by SWAT, making a 3 versus 1. Shingyun Kim is pissed. I can feel it.
Yeah, he's under us.
Yeah,
and
he's
I
right
feel the heat.
underneath. We're on the red side
Ooh,
right
my
now,
God.
and his seething anger is felt through the floor. Definitely going to be an aggressive match next set. Aggressive set in set 2.
Hyogo Kwan's trying to make something out of it, but it's
Wow,
still
look at that. Going into
Kobo combo by the Soul Fighter. Aerial.
Into the
Ooh,
re-knock
Nova
up.
and the re-knock-up.
And the 2-on-1 into
Oh,
the
he missed. Oh, okay. The second wind was used, so
Right.
he didn't miss.
Blade Dancer still holding on to his own, but unable
again,
to.
yeah.
The lightning draw, finishing it off.
Hyogo Kwan tried his best, but
Right.
Shingyun Kim being knocked out so early in the match was very critical for winners.
Most definitely. Shingyun Kim is not just statistically the best player because he was the most recent champion, but also crucial to the composition. You do not expect Shingyun Kim to die at all.
Yeah. And no, let's just compare the 2 Soul Fighters on each team. Even, let's just say Shingyun Kim is a better Soul Fighter, definitely, compared to Sunggun G, which is a Soul Fighter for SWAT. It doesn't matter if Sunggun G is worse. As long as he's alive and able to give heals to his team, where, you know, Shingyun Kim is dead and he can't do anything, that's still gonna make a difference regardless of the difference in skill levels.
Right. We just got to see Winner just now in their booth, and their lips are pursed. A little bit tense right now. Check this out. Let's check out how Shingyun Kim got knocked out of the 3v3. King Fist. Playmaster holding on to his own fairly well. Second wind is
Alright,
used
this is
now.
it.
This is where it is.
Lightning draw stun was amazing. And they just ignored the Blade Dancer's interfere and just finished off Shingyun Kim.
It was just a lot of damage really quick. That was it. There was a lot of crits involved as well. Soaring Falcon to pull him in. Stun him. Uses his ice.
Yeah, this is the part, the impact part, right? Yeah,
Right, there we go.
Yeah.
He's just trying to time it well, but what are you gonna do?
But you know, if you miss that time, the timing once, and you get the different timing, as you keep missing and getting hit.
It does have a cooldown.
Yeah.
Second wind out of that, but to no avail because, well, just frankly, as a Blade Dancer, there are certain classes that might be able to pull off 3-on-1. For example, the Assassin. The Blade Dancer is definitely one of the harder classes. Not going to expect that to happen. But right now, a prediction of mine is certainly Winner will come back to win the second set with some aggression and fire behind their strategized attacks.
Let's hope so. Even though I love Suwon Kim, the KFM on Swan, I was still thinking, you know, winner's gonna just take it all.
Just realistically speaking.
Yeah.
So let's get ready for our second set. Serious faces are on. No Elsa posters are being shown because the crowd and the players are very serious right now. Stay tuned. All right, starting it off with Soul Fighter versus Soul Fighter. First flight is very important. There we go, Burning Tundra.
I just hope Shinhan Kim doesn't get knocked out too early. In order to save him from a combo like that in the previous match, the Force Master Yoon Jung-ho Yoon, has to come in and free Shinhan Kim to save him from taking damage. That's probably the only way, because they don't have a Blade Master to knock the opponent back when Shinhan Kim is stunned. So the Force Master is their only choice.
Right, just now we got to see a tag out by the Soul Fighter Sungun Ji, because he had used his Chi Burst and his second wind and he was vulnerable. He gets a double stun on winners, but unfortunately is Suwon Kim going to be knocked down. He needs the tag out and he's going to be finished off. This is exactly the anger that we expected Winner to come out with and just get rid of Suwon Kim, the strongest player of SWAT.
Yeah, look at Shinhan Kim, he's mad. You can feel it from his movements.
Right now, everyone's got their serious face on, and Shinhan Kim definitely making the most of his time. We've seen two interferes.
He is hitting everything.
We've seen two interferes in a row by Winner.
Goes in, he's gonna frost. Oh, but he gets stunned. Nice interfere by SWAT. See, here we go. This is the thing I was talking about. Jung Ho-yoon comes in and freezes Shinhan Kim.
Right.
In order to save him from taking too much damage.
Right, exactly.
I'm happy that it happened.
Using those PvE skills. 2 seconds left before a force tag. Is he going to be able to catch him? Nope, he runs away, far away.
Jung Ho-yoon, I don't know, maybe this is the time for Chi Bombs to...
No, I doubt that we're going to see a Chi Bomb.
No, actually it's possible because they don't have an interfere. And if he's frozen, he can't tag out.
This is true, but we don't want to risk anything. I mean, if he has 0% of failure, then I can imagine seeing it coming out.
No, I'm expecting a frost prison very soon from Jung Ho-yoon. Come on.
Oh, good.
Come on.
Interfere by Winner with the Blade Dancer, trying to knock
they're
him
just
up
gonna
and
finish him
off
with the aerial. No Chi Bomb.
Blade Dancer interfering, coming in, and
nice stun.
Nullifying SWAT immediately. Now it's game, set, and match. Well, not match. Game, set. We will see if the Chi Bomb is going to come out. They really... The reason why I don't see the Chi Bomb coming out is because that's if they are relaxed and calm and know if they're going to win. But if they're going to do that this set, then that's definitely going to affect them on the third set. But that's not something that they want to do because the third set is just as important as the second. It's one-on-one. SWAT can still somehow take it back on the third set and bring Winner down to another loss.
Yeah. And one reason I was expecting it is because, you know, Winners is definitely they have this round.
Huge
they're just gonna finish him off with the lightning draw. And Shinhan Kim comes in to kill. Yeah, he is mad.
Maybe he's counting kills.
Maybe he is. Maybe he is.
Like, I still want to be the best. He has that drive, that passion to try and be the best. Hence being the world champion. All right,
now they got some smiles on their faces.
Easing up a tiny bit, but still you can see that they are concentrated on sealing it off.
Yep.
Very clean kill on Kim Swan. We want to check out the highlights to see how that happened exactly. Suwon Kim seemed as if he was able to fend them off with the double stun in the beginning.
He double stunned and then backstepped, and then right when the stun, he used the backstep too early basically. So he should have stunned him, waited until when the stun wore off, almost wore off, and then backstepped for the iframe. But he just backstepped, and then his iframe finished, and then their stun wore off. Yeah, they got chased.
Oh, don't be like that.
He looks kind of disappointed.
All right, let's check out the replay.
Triple
Good triple kick.
That was a double. See? You see that?
Just now. And
Too
this
early.
is where the Blade Dancer came in with the lightning drop, stunned him down.
Non-stop stun.
And it was a double interfere, actually. It was one right after the other.
Yeah.
It didn't allow. The problem was SWAT just wasn't fast enough with their reflexes.
Yeah, and even though they're both the teams interfered, Suwon Kim already has taken too much damage, so they could just ignore the other interfere from SWAT and just kill him off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely, Winner has shown us that their tag team
is becoming more solid as a team.
Tag team elements have leveled up, and SWAT
doing a lot of thunder damage.
SWAT is a very good tag team, and they were able to get the wins that they had with the good use of tags. But the second set, Winner with that consecutive interfere, getting rid of Suwon Kim.
Yeah,
huge.
That was in the previous match when Winners versus SWAT early on, like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
it was 2-0.
Yeah.
And now SWAT actually took a round, so that's another difference.
So let's get ready for our third set. Let's see if SWAT is able to come back and shake up the standings in this tag team tournament. Okay, Soul Fighter against Soul Fighter again. Now you mentioned before that Sunggun Ji is a little bit weaker than Shingyun Kim, naturally.
Oh, I don't want to say little, a lot.
In between a little and a lot.
Yeah. There we go.
And
we
this
can see
is
that.
where you can.
Oh my God!
No.
There was the Chiba right there!
Oh my goodness! Did it come out immediately?
Oh my God! They didn't even frost prison him.
That was huge. Huge tag interfered by Jung Ho Yoon.
It just feels like I just got hit by it.
Yeah, me too.
I was saying little, a lot, little,
my
a lot.
brain has melted.
That just happened.
All right, so we got to see a leg sweep by Winner.
Oh God!
To get that double knockdown. SWAT getting hit by that. One, it hurts in game. Two, it hurts outside of game too. It's just like, did that really just happen? And that messes up the flow of the game so much.
Well, it's still okay. I'm still okay with it because it was a Soul Fighter that got hit, not Suwon Kim. You know, if it had to be someone, you know, it should be the Soul Fighter.
Right, the tide definitely has changed because the Soul Fighter.
Oh, Kwan is being able to
this.
do a lot of damage with his Thunder.
And then a 2-on-1.
And Shinhan comes in with the combo.
The defensive interfere to no avail. He gets knocked back. Very good technical play by Winners. Knocking back the interfere by SWAT.
Okay, used his escape.
Good counter just now.
Misses his smite for the airborne. There we go with the flurry. Misses as well.
Side steps. Triple kick.
Misses too. Gets Phantom Grip.
Suwon Kim's technical ability is not shining right now.
Misses the tab for the airborne. Come on, Suwon. Okay, Sunder gets stunned. Sunder airborne.
And the 2-on-2.
Suwon Kim doing
attacking
damage. He is
each
ignoring.
other.
Yeah, they're
one-on-one versus one-on-one.
Rising Dragon pulls him in 3RF, 3RF. Where's the tremor? Okay, there's no tremor.
Oh, good leg sweep just now for the
Okay.
Oh, the Phantom Grip.
Yeah, but the Soul Fighter comes in to do some damage as
Oh
well.
no!
Oh
and
my
Team
God!
Suwon,
Counter and Suwon.
He's able to tag out.
He tagged out.
He's able to tag out. Blade Master surviving. If it was a split second too late,
that was.
Kim Suwon would have been gone.
That would have been so sad.
Lots of good side steps by Shingyun Kim.
Yeah,
and able to take out the Blade Master.
The Blitz combo. I mean, the fist, right?
Yeah,
Dragon Fist combo. Oh.
Glacial
you
Beam.
just hear that sound. It's like, yeah, the Ip Man sound. Rising Dragon pulls him in. uses his escape.
Kung Fu Master getting some health back. This is a hard game for SWAT right now. It's 3v2. Still able to be done though if they fine-tune their game mechanics.
Okay, Blade Dancer pulls him in. Offender grips, but his time runs out for the interfere.
Kung Fu Master is going to try and come out and get this combo in. Self-defense chi. This is still Shin Kim though. We do not expect him to get knocked down, but he does.
Oh,
Countered!
tech chase!
He
Tech chase!
countered
That
this!
was just the amazing tech chase right there, and he grapples him.
Good job, Shin Kim is out!
He's
He's still in the game! Kung Fu Master doing such a good counter then just to get Shin Kim out of this
and he grapples him like a PvE!
And then
the Force Master just comes out. The Soul Fighter comes in and does the pew 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 and kills him off.
What a great combination. Soul Fighter coming in.
God.
And we got one interfere by the Kung Fu Master right now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a good setup.
And everything.
Now Soul Fighter against Force Master, and naturally the Soul Fighter should be at a little bit of an advantage against the Force Master, but it is still Chung Ho Yoon.
Yeah, you can't ignore the fact that the pilot of this Force Master is Chung Ho Yoon. He is the previous champion.
Albeit we won't see a Chi Bomb used anytime soon because you need to set yourself up for that, and you can't do it on your own unless it was a one-on-one. Maybe we'll be able to see it. Burning Tundra, Phantom Grip inside of it, iced.
He's just holding him there.
He's chilling. See what I did there? They're cold.
Yeah.
Get it?
Chilling.
Yeah. Second wind is used. Lots of sidestep. Frost already heals him. No! That's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do. You gotta stay on your toes as SWAT.
Ready to take off your hand from the keyboard when he uses that Frost Armor. There we go, interfere,
and the lightning draw is Kung Fu Master able to interfere in and is going to survive a little bit.
Okay, if it comes in, Rising Dragon, but he's taking so much damage.
They are able to survive though. Very good job on both sides. Winner being on the offense, but they have 7 seconds, 5 seconds left before a force tag. Are they able to chase and capitalize on it?
I want to carefully mention that when the force tag
Dazed,
happens, Chung Ho Yoon is going to freeze him and use the Chi Bomb on Suwon Kim.
Now look at this force tag about to come in.
Oh, but they tagged out.
And the Phantom Grip right away.
Come on, tag out. Okay,
triple kick. Oh, this is going to be.
Suwon Kim, come on, is he able to?
Oh,
he freezes in perfect time.
Perfect timing by Kung Fu Master.
Ice
Again,
guard.
Technically, just showing his prowess.
Yeah, his reflexes.
All he has to worry about is the Frost Armor now because he doesn't want to give Force Master health. Otherwise, technically, he is able to go in. Triple kick, lots of stuns.
Tremor, 3RF combo.
Second wind is used.
Now there's no more interference. This is just the two of them right now.
He is able to take out though.
Yeah, he's able to take out, but I don't think he's gonna give him the chance.
Okay, good job. Oh, sidestep and a tag out. Blade Dancer against Kung Fu Master aerial combo. Oh no, is he finished? He's going to be gone
he's
now.
Gonna be finished. Oh,
he's alive.
Oh my God,
he's alive.
Dragon. Smite. Oh, he uses his ice guard.
This is going down to the wire, and thank the Lord that we still have 3 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Backstep. Oh,
this
he
is
misses
such an
his
exciting game.
Misses smite. Oh, there is a smite. Airborne. He has to backstep because he's going to use his second wind to knock him back.
Got 40 seconds left. Leg sweep.
Okay, tech chase right there for the back roll. There is
second wind is used. Lightning draw. Is he able to survive?
Oh, he survived.
He's able to survive. He's backsteps out. Flying kick. Unable to connect.
If this KFN gets one CC and he's going to be able to finish Hyogu Kwan.
He just needs to get one in.
Within 20 seconds though, before he gets interfered.
Oh, and the right
Dragon misses.
Oh, and the Phantom Grip. He's got, and he ices himself. And able to defend. What is going on? Look at this. Triple kick misses though, unfortunately.
Oh, another ice guard.
What is this madness?
What is going on?
Suwon Kim. Good tag
out. Tag. Oh my God,
what,
Blitz Dragon.
What in the world is going on? Soul Fighter able to finish it off, and that is the. Is there an interfere going on? Burning Tundra. What?
Chung Ho Yoon comes in trying to keep him alive, giving him that ice flower.
I'm getting lightheaded right now. Soul Fighter against Blade Dancer. Chung Ho Yoon doesn't even have an interfere left. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds left before an interfere.
Yeah, right now, Chung Ho Yoon should be the one that's out with the tag, and Hyogu Kwan with the interfere should be in the bench.
10 seconds left. In about 5 seconds, we are going to see a game changer. Are they going to be able to tech chase this force tag?
There we go.
2-on-1.
2v1. They're going to be able to just one knockdown.
Wait for this.
There we go.
Tech chase. Finish it off in the air. Oh, and he's going to finish it off! Winner at 2-on-1 disadvantage. Soul Fighter.
Soul Fighter, he just has one knockdown. Come on.
MVP of the match is definitely going to be Suwon Kim if they come and finish this off.
Come on, one knockdown. Come on. There we go.
Defensive Chi.
Self-defense Chi. Play it aggressive. There we go. A stun. Okay, no more escapes for.
And it's done.
It's over.
King Fist. It is done. Good job, Suwon beating Winner. Oh my goodness. Shin-Kyung Kim eating up his words. He's like, guys, don't lie. Why are you lying? But they're not lying.
They're not lying. They just proved that in the live stage right now.
Ridiculous. MVP goes to Suwon Kim hands down for all those defensive maneuvers. That was ridiculous.
But SWAT at the last set, everybody.
Not one person made a mistake.
It was amazing. Like, I can't even say all the things that they did.
Like, this
so
is
many
a game
things
that I would watch again. This is a highlight, along with the Jinyu Park game with the Double Ice Mando 3v1. This was ridiculous only because of Suwon Kim. Well, no, not just
Well, but that was one of the big factors of why I want to rewatch this match when I go home.
SWAT also, because of this win, changes up the standings. And they are with 2 wins along with MSG. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, MSG.
Right. It's 2 wins and 3 losses for MSG and
2 wins and 4 losses for
unfortunately
SWAT.
4 losses for SWAT, but it's okay.
Who knows what's going to happen for MSG?
Definitely.
Yeah, and GC Busan is going to be actually in first place now.
Exactly.
5-0.
Busan goes up.
Winners
with 2
4
losses.
4 and 2.
Oh, let's look at these replays.
Oh my! I just want to see Suwon Kim live with like 5% health.
Now this is what you want to see from a Kung Fu Master.
No, but it was just amazing, regardless of what the class was.
Like back in the day when Jae-Sung Lee won the World Tournament with Force Master, everyone was like, this is amazing because Force Master wasn't the strongest class to play. And that's why it was so good. Same thing now, Kung Fu Master isn't the strongest.
It's not preferable. It's not.
But look at this! He's
oh my
alive.
god!
And he uses the...
and look, he does some damage. Escapes.
He's going to use his... Oh, that was a good dodge by Blade Dancer.
All the highlights.
Kung Fu Master, look at that sliver of health.
And this.
Yeah, definitely you have to give props to Sung Gun-ji for putting in so much damage.
Soul Fighter, that King Fist and the aerial.
Burning Tundra. Did not skip a beat. Soul Fighter did a very good job. And this is where Kung Fu Master again
comes in with that
leg
no health.
Interfere.
Yeah, it just gives the Soul Fighter the chance to another airborne to finish him off.
And the self-defense Chi able to put in some cobalt damage.
That knockdown
and
is going to finish it off with the King Fist.
Beautiful play.
That was...
I'm excited for the interview.
Yeah.
MVP definitely going to go to Suwon Kim, most likely.
Well,
I mean, like
that's what I'm assuming. Well, they all played it very well. I want to mention that Soul Fighter doing a lot of damage. And
Blade Master has been flying under the radar, actually. Definitely integral. Oh, we're going to go straight into our interviews.
Okay. No break.
It's like this is the first time we're winning on the 14th floor of this OGN building in front of this huge crowd. You look really happy right now. What's up?
Yeah, we weren't able to show our true colors yet, still. But all our team, all my teammates played it better than how they usually play, to their full potential.
They showed their full potential. He looks very proud of his teammates.
Here we go, Sung Gun-ji with Soul Fighter. And tell us how you feel about the win.
I feel good. But throughout the matches, we got a lot of losses, a lot of flack from the audience and players, but today, since we don't, we feel good.
Yeah, so the interview is saying a little bit of nervousness is okay for the threats.
So in the last set, he's talking about, oh man, that was such a good play. Are you a little bit happy about your play? Since the result is that we won, I'm pretty happy. But thankfully, since winner did make mistakes, that's probably the bigger factor in which why we won. And the interviewer was like, well, the fact that you were able to capitalize on the mistake, that's also skill. And last but not least is one Chick Lee. You saw.
Okay, so his teammates were like, stop meeting up your girlfriend.
Meeting with your girlfriend.
Yeah, with your girlfriend. And practice more.
So what happened with that?
So now he is putting more effort into more practice compared to, he's decided to practice more than meeting his girlfriend.
Like, who's the oldest here?
And Suwon is the oldest,
Like,
so
after you're done, you're gonna
get a beating.
Yes, today's MVP is Suwon Kim. Big round of applause.
Yeah.
Most definitely, hands down.
Ooh.
Both hands down.
I don't even know.
Double stun.
Oh yeah, and he had the grapple.
So do you have those planned out in your head?
Okay, so he definitely plays a lot of tag practices. So he calculates in advance of when they're gonna come in with the interferes and tag out.
So he's definitely expecting all those tags and interferes to come in, and which is why he was able to capitalize on it. So winner was like, we will be able to rest a week and go into our next game. What do you think about that?
Okay, so he is saying that the third set we were supposed to lose because I had so little health. Yeah, but then there was a mistake made by Team Winners, which allowed him to live and take the set. And today I just want to say that the luck was on our side.
He's being humble. I mean, like, regardless of whether or not... Right. He's just saying you should be thankful for luck and to winner for the mistake. And the interview also mentioned that it is also skill to exploit the mistake. And now you made a stepping stone for yourself to be able to go up in the ranks. And the next match will be against IDEPS. So now your preparation against IDEPS will probably be a little bit different now that you beat winners. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I just want to say something to IDEPS. Okay, so people were saying that the next time Swap meets IDEPS, it's gonna be who's gonna be last place and second to last. But now he just wants to tell IDEPS, "Oh, we won again today.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on, where's your wins?"
All right, a big round of applause for Suwon Kim,
Team
Sung
SWAT.
Gun Ji, Won Shik Lee, SWAT, showing us that they are in the fight to survive. What a good performance shown by SWAT. All right, let's look at the results. GC Busan, all of the games today went 2-1. GC Busan gets the win. G-Touring gets the win against MSG. And SWAT, there were two upsets today. SWAT beating winner is the biggest one.
Yeah, definitely.
In a while, actually. Game on the first day, GC Busan versus winner, that was a huge upset. And now winner is at the butt end of another upset against SWAT.
Oh. Alright, this is the new rankings.
Exactly. GC Busan up top comfortably. Winner played 6 games at 4 wins. G-Touring, if they play another game and is able to win 2-0, they're still in 3rd place against winner because of RPs. But MSG and SWAT, this is something to look out for. Although the RP difference is very large. And IDEPS, they are in a tough situation right now.
SWAT taking that 1+ win right today against winners, and IDEPS losing today, which gives them no wins still, 0 wins. This is gonna be hard for IDEPS to step up now.
Most definitely.
Unless the IDEPS, when they face winner or GC Busan, they're able to take a win, it's not gonna...
Alright, so next week we are going to only have 2 games, which is MSG, IDEPS versus GC Busan and G-Touring. This should be a fun match. Just because G-Touring are coming off of a win and MSG coming off of a loss needs to, up their confidence again and beat IDEPS, which we're expecting is going to happen. But again, IDEPS are sharpening their blades.
Yeah, and depending on their the reason we have only 2 games next week is because 2 of the teams played 5 games already.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so they're taking those 2 teams out and making all the plays, the amount of games played even. And depending on what happens next week, G Touring may be able to step up another rank, making it even or very close with winners.
Right.
Yeah. So next week is gonna be critical for how the season is going to be played
The
out.
fact is, GC Busan definitely has to lose one game to, in the perspective of other teams,
Yeah.
they want GC Busan to lose a game to stop that momentum. Right now, they are just cruising forward.
Yeah,
And
unstoppable.
even if they do lose once,
It's still one
it's
loss.
a very small dent. And right, thank you guys for watching. Definitely a fun, exciting game by SWAT today, and Suhan Kim is a name to look out for. Stay tuned for Friday singles matches, 7 p.m. KST. I am DZ Mins, and with me is Ending Life. Thank you guys for watching again, and stay tuned for next week.